You know that?
Well, I don't know. How do I know that?
Do you even know what the Mighty 690 is?
It's a radio
Dave,
station.
did somebody feed you that?
No, it's a radio station in Mexico.
The transmitter is in Mexico. The radio station's in San Diego.
Yeah.
And that's where I got my start.
Is that where you began?
Yes.
Whoa, and this is one of those things, because it was in Mexico, it goes all over, anything west of the Rockies.
Almost to New York City, if you get that thing right.
Yeah.
You know, I started in Santa Barbara, where I went to college, and I made up my mind, because back then, there were 2 sports stations in America, FAN and that station. So there weren't too many places to go. But I kind of had it in my head, I've got to get there. So I just kept banging the resumes and hounding people until they finally said, yeah, come on down.
You were
or go away.
The Mighty 690.
Mighty 690.
Now, are they still in business?
I don't know. I mean, is that incredible? I forgot that David Letterman asked me about the nifty 650, the Mighty 690. And there you go again. Mikey's got that. Nice graphic. That is surreal. The whole thing is just so surreal. Like, the first time I sat in that chair, I'm like, I can't believe, and I kind of done a lot of really cool things. I'm like, I cannot believe I'm on David Letterman's show. It was awesome. It was awesome, and he was great. He was an awesome, awesome dude. Stucknut says, didn't you guest host for Craig Kilborn? When Kilborn left that late night show, what they did was they ran through a bunch of trial hosts. Like, every single night they had a different host. So I did host that show one night, and that was an amazing experience too. Love that. I think that I interviewed Kerry Russell that night. She was just on the come up. She had just made her first big film, and she was really young and super charming and super cool. That was a great experience. What else do we have here? Hi, Jim. Do you feel bad about not having a smack off this year? Okay, do I feel badly? Not as badly as you do. There's a reason why we haven't had it so far this year. Here's the thing. I know you expect it. I want to deliver it. There is so much stuff going on that you would never know about. Yeah, and it's actually a tribute to me and the staff that we come in here every single day, and you wouldn't know what's going on. There is a lot of stuff going on. There's a reason why we haven't done it yet, but we will. We will. I cannot give you the date. Do you think that I'm going to stop short of Smack Off 30? We will have it. We will have it. Yeah, I don't know. 29 just seemed like a nice round number to walk it off on, Bella. When I got into it, my thought was, man, if I could ever get to Smack Off 29, what a legend I would be. Man, I will be so complete. I'm going to walk it off on number 29. We'll get to 30. I don't have a date yet, but it's going to happen. Let's see here. Drago Wolf, 920. Jim, we've seen Washington get rid of their owner. Why can't Dallas, NYJ, or other franchises do the same? First of all, do you remember how long it took to get rid of Dan Snyder? And that was with the league and the feds on his ass for years. And as deplorable as Woody is, and as out of touch as Jerry is, them together might not be as deplorable as Dan Snyder. And even then, it took years to run him off. Now we're done. Good job on the ATPs. Are your wiper blades streaking, skipping, or squeaking? Purchase new wiper blades from O'Reilly Auto Parts, and they will install them for free. See better and drive safer with O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by today or learn more at O'ReillyAuto.com. That's it. Now we're done. My thanks to our guests. Good job with the guests. My thanks to the XR4 Ti. Great job with the XR4 Ti. The After Hour with Will Blackman and I coming up next on our Fast channel. Find it. At Navy Federal Credit Union, every day is Veterans Day. Navy Federal Credit Union is proud to serve the military community for over 90 years. In fact, Navy Federal serves more than 2 million veterans every day by providing the support they need to succeed financially. They offer members exclusive rates, discounts, and perks. 45% of their employees are directly tied to the military, so Navy Federal understands the needs of the veterans they serve. Navy Federal is focused on helping veterans every single day and is dedicated to being a foundation in their transition to civilian life, and supports not-for-profits focused on veterans, such as the Mission Continues. At Navy Federal Credit Union, our members are the mission. If you're active duty, a veteran, or their families, learn about becoming a Navy Federal member today. Visit NavyFederal.org/veterans. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Pirate Radio is excited to announce that Inky Johnson will be the 2025 Leadership Luncheon Speaker on Monday, March 17th.
Pirate Nation, Inky Johnson here. Can't wait to spend time with you guys, man, on March 16th and 17th. Gonna discuss things around leadership, things around adversity, opposition, change, mental agility, post-traumatic growth, perspective. I can't wait to be with you guys, man. It's gonna be an amazing time. Pirate Nation, don't meet us there. Beat us there. Let's go. Peace.
For Inky Johnson sponsorship information, contact Mark at pirateradio1250.com.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
How much America is in a can of Four Loko USA? Take a pro wrestler, give him apple pie picks, bald eagle biceps, fists of four-wheel drive and legs spinning drones. Then add even more America. More America. More America. Four Loko USA. Tastes like freedom.
The Honda CRF Red Hot Sales Event is going on now. That's right, Honda is celebrating its 2024 450 Supercross and Super Motocross Championships with deals as hot as the tracks they dominated. Get up to $1,000 in bonus bucks, a free Matrix swag kit, and low APR financing on 2024 and prior CRF competition models. Visit Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville for a red hot deal on race-winning Honda CRF today. For your safety, read the owner's manual and wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda motorcycles are for riders 16 years and older.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here, Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Want to hop on here? Huge announcement. We are starting our Wrap It Up sales event. That's right. We're going to liquidate all our new inventory, make room for the 25s, have huge selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at $5,999 and up. So remember, we're going to Wrap It Up sales event starting Black Friday all through December. So drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
I just think we were prepared. You know, one thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, John.
Don't give me that homer. You know, no.
Hey! If I keep him any longer, I might get the gangrene.
My God!
Sports are great.
Man, do I love sports.
Man, do I love sports.
In my neighborhood, clip means something else.
It was a two-question question.
I am football man.
No, it sounds like you're questioning me, and I'm telling you right now, it's the best pizza I've ever had.
I guess I'm gonna go home and blow some smoke. I'm gonna go log online and talk a bunch of crap.
You know what? We're good.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome in to a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And we'd love for you to come hang out with us on Facebook Live and YouTube. And we are on Pirate Radio TV, where you can give us a like, you can subscribe, and you can watch this program, The Brian Bailey Show, The Holton Naylor Show, The Greg Hudson Show, The Danny Beal Show, as well as our football interviews from this week with Blake Harrell, John David Baker, Hampton Ergel, and IBM, Isaiah Brown Murray, all available for you at Pirate Radio TV as we get ready for Pirates and Mean Green, ECU and North Texas. How many times has ECU and North Texas played on a football field? I'll have the answer to that question and more on today's show. In fact, it appears that ECU and North Texas have played one time back in 1979, and ECU won 49-16. I believe that is the information I have in this series. So they will meet up Saturday at 3:30. We'll be with you 11:30 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, and we'll be talking about that game during today's program. We've got some guests to get to, including Ken Watlington, award winner, the North Carolina sports part of the North Carolina news team of the year. Ken Watlington will join us here in studio one night after the most disrespectful line in college basketball history. UNCW 24.5-point dogs won that one. Didn't win Hofstra. Did win Hornets plus 10.5. Miles Bridges 15 points parlay. But the Hornets blew a huge first quarter lead last night, and they lose to the Nets because they stink. But maybe we'll get into some of that with Ken Watlington coming up. In hour number one, we'll have our state of North Carolina power rankings. We'll see if East Carolina was able to move up at all after their win over lowly Tulsa. Also coming up on today's show, my weekly chat with Holton Ahlers. We'll look at the college football playoff. I want to talk a little bit about that today as well. We got to push Mac back another day. Mac is busy calling basketball games, and things keep getting shifted around. So he will join us Thursday on the show. We're going to just keep pushing Mac back a day until we can finally get him, but pretty positive we'll have him coming up on Thursday's show. We do have a big baseball chat coming up at 5 o'clock with Dixon Williams, Parker Byrd, and Ethan Norby. Danny Beal will be a part of that segment as well. So a lot of baseball talk coming up in hour number 3, and a lot of the chat gang here as well. All right, we got Shirley Rhodes here, Jarrett Watkins, left side.
Strong side.
Chandler Honeycutt here. Hey, John.
Hey, Clipper. Happy Wednesday. Happy Sports Trivia Wednesday to you.
That's right. We'll be hanging out tonight. Bella Green, 8 o'clock. We'll find out what we got on the sports docket. College football, NBA, Hurricanes play tonight. So we'll have some stuff on the tube to watch as we play a sports trivia. chat gang, Derek is in, says big baseball day on Pirate Radio Live. Looking forward to learning the new guys, but still need to learn the basketball team. Well, after going to Minji's a couple of times, 2 out of the 4 games, I've learned quite a bit about the basketball team. I still don't know the new faces and names on the baseball team, but we'll ask some of the returning players about those guys when they join us coming up at 5 o'clock. Jamie's in. He says, hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Steve says, hey yo. Lane says, better beat the Cowboys this weekend, Clip.
How about them Cowboys?
It's Dallas
I'm not
week.
dumb like some Cowboy fans.
And Dallas stinks. And the Commanders are really big favorites. Have you seen the line in that game, Sean?
I have not.
What would you guess?
Washington.
I put it at 7.
I was going to. Is it higher than that?
It is.
9.5?
That's 10.
10?
Too many points for a division game.
Oh, my gosh.
Makes me a little nervous. Have you seen the Panthers line?
I have not.
All right, let's play GTL on that.
Chiefs.
You're right. You're correct on that.
Let's see. Chiefs are a road favorite by, I'm going to go 13.5.
11. Ton of respect to the Panthers. With the 11-point dogs, are those the biggest lines this weekend?
Gotta be.
I would assume so. And they indeed are. Do we have a lot of buys this week? Oh, man. Check your fantasy lineups. Falcons, Bills, Bengals, Saints, Jets, Jags, all on buys. Falcons, Bills, Bengals. And then Saints with Kamara, Jets with Wilson and Adams, Jags with, I guess, ETN, Brian Thompson. You got some offensive guys there.
Yeah. So just check your lineups. Make sure nobody's in your starting lineup because we do have a lot of bye teams on the docket this week.
Derek says the Navy has become the Pirates based on their new uniforms. Saw they were doing a Jolly Roger skull type thing. I've said for years and years, and probably a lot of Pirate fans disagree with this, but I wanted East Carolina to go with just like on a night game, like a Thursday night, just go all black and white, just like black helmet with a white Jolly Roger, not even an ECU logo, just a badass pirate skull.
Mm-hmm.
And then the uniforms are pretty much all black except the numbers and maybe a stripe or two.
The numbers are white.
Yeah, but like no purple on the jersey. Just like we tonight, we're Blackbeard, we're Edward Teach.
Yeah.
We are full pirate.
No purple, no gold, just black and white.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people will be against that because you want to see your school colors on a uniform. But
I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed the the whiteout against Navy a couple years ago.
I like all white unis.
And now it was because Navy told us what to wear, but I did like the all white uniforms for the whiteout.
And
I thought we did a great job. I thought fans did a great job of wearing their white.
Have we heard? Has Navy told us what we're going to wear this year?
That's a good question.
Guys, we're going to need y'all to wear pink for this game. We're going to need y'all to wear the lavender that the baseball team wears, the powder purple.
Yeah, the Peeps uniforms.
Yeah, apparently Navy had like a weird traveling schedule thing, and they were like, "Hey, can we wear our dark uniforms,
our home uniform, our Navy uniforms?"
And we were like, "Yeah, sure, why not? Why don't you come in, kick our ass, tell us what to wear?
What if Navy tells us
feed you, we'll house you?
What if Navy tells us what to wear and they wear the Jolly Roger uniforms?"
That would be a boss move. That would be pretty bad. All right, we do have a score on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dubuck. Congratulations to Kim McNeil's ECU women's basketball team. They stay perfect at home with a 65-44 win over Howard.
Pirates 65, not a big total, but a lot of those points were scored by one player, and that player would be Amaya Joyner. How about 32 points, 15 rebounds for the Farmville Central product?
I'll tell you what is a big total. We have a stat to consider. Women's basketball.
Stat to consider.
Set a attendance record today. 6,825 people were in the attendance for the game today. And a great majority of that was kiddos.
I saw one of our trivia regulars, my buddy CW, fantasy dude, took his kids. He's the
Shield.
He's an educator, the Shield, as he's known as. He was there today with some of his students. So it was good to see. Loud environment. I guess Mark was there.
He was courtside.
Courtside Mark?
Feet on floor.
Wow.
Feet on wood was Mark Alexander. But it's always great. The education day is always fun, watching it on TV. And I hear that if you do go to the game, it's quite loud in there with all the kids. But, yeah, great turnout for education day today. And they were able to see the Pirates be victorious over Howard.
Pirates got a fun trip coming up. They will be in the UNLV Classic, taking on Montana State. That'll be next Wednesday, and then UNLV next Friday. So they will play a couple of games out there in Nevada.
Nice little trip to Las Vegas. And I will be, since they're going to Vegas, I might have to bet on the Pirates.
And then December 8th, Pirates are back home for the Diabetes Awareness Game. Diabetes Awareness Game coming up on December 8th. I think I should be aware about that.
Playing Tony Collins' favorite team.
Elon, the Phoenix. A lot of these games have designations. Wednesday, the 18th against VCU is Salute to Service. December 21st, holiday game. Holiday.
I hate to jump to men's, but I saw that we play Hampton coming up, which is the Pirates. You remember former Pirate Noah Farrakhan?
Yeah.
He's at Hampton.
No, he's not.
Did you know that?
No way.
He is. He has switched schools again.
Who did my dad say? Saturday at the game, my dad said, I saw a name I hadn't seen in a while. Winston Tabbs is still playing college basketball.
I thought he retired from basketball. Both his knees are gone.
Winston Tabbs. Let me see.
Where's he at now?
Let me see. So when he brought him up, we started talking about he's at Morgan State. He is a senior. He's averaging 17 points per. So glad to see he's healthy. In 2018-2019, a good 6 years ago, he was averaging 13 points a game, I guess, at Boston College that time.
Dude, that was my junior year of college.
Did he play any? He played some here, right? He just
Very little.
Could never get right.
Yeah. And then, he was never playing, and we kept asking Coach Schwartz, when's Winston Tabbs coming back? And he was like...
Was it Schwartz?
It was Schwartz.
Okay.
And he was like, well, we'll continue to evaluate him. And then after when the season was about a month away from ending, we finally just were like, all right, I guess he's not playing at all. So then he ends up transferring to Morgan State, which seems to be working out for him.
So we started talking about former players, and I looked up Ezra. He had some pretty good numbers in the first few games for Utah.
Mm-hmm.
So you got him.
And we
out
looked
there.
up, not too long ago, Brandon Johnson down in Miami.
He had decent numbers.
Yeah.
Like 9 a game or something. All right. Newton likes the idea of the Jolly Roger for ECU, the black and white. Seth says Farrakhan could have been some good, but sucks he never worked out here.
It looks like he didn't work out in many places.
Don't hassle the tassel. Remember he had the
tassel,
yes. The tassel, the little hair thing going down. Hey, don't hassle the tassel. Robert says North Texas is on a 4-game losing streak. ECU's on a 3-game winning streak. Not favorable for the Pirates. Robert, you're my kind of fan. When I see those things, dread. And we're underdogs. ECU is underdogs to a team that's lost 4 in a row that just fired their defensive coordinator.
And their defensive coordinator just got fired. And this is an offense that has put up 3 straight 500-plus games.
Three straight 200-yard games on the ground.
Yeah. Was it 3 straight? I thought it was back-to-back.
Bruh, fam. No, yeah.
Wow. And we're still underdogs.
Still. Is it still 3?
Good question.
Jared will find it before you.
3.
Total 73.5?
Yes, sir.
That's a large number. Oh, let me look because I had a chat with Holton earlier today that you'll see. I'm pretty sure we didn't have a number in the 70s last year for a total. But let me look at some previous years. He said he thought ECU SMU from years ago. Oh, dang it. They don't have totals in here. What am I thinking?
DraftKings has 2.5, 73.5 total.
What are you talking about?
The spread for East Carolina, North Texas.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that like 10 minutes ago. You're just now finding it?
You just said 3, though.
I know. I'm just being a jerk.
Yeah.
I'm being, you know what, Chandler? You know what I'm being?
A yerk?
Unnecessary.
Very unnecessary. I haven't had to pull that out lately, but yeah, very unnecessary.
One time I was getting on Sean, just doing what I do, just needling, just being a jerk.
Tyrod Taylor and me.
And Sean said, "Thank you for not saying Trey, you savaging me."
Yeah. It's too close to home.
And Chandler said, "You know what? That was unnecessary." And I said,
that was unnecessary.
I took a long look in the mirror and I was like, you know what? He's right.
That word, like, words are strong, right?
Yeah, that is a strong word.
And I feel like that was a word that just had so much strength that it made you sit back and kind of like think, like, you know what?
That one hit me.
That was unnecessary.
Like,
that just didn't need to happen.
I'm not
like,
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Like the way that hits. When you say that was unnecessary, that I felt that.
You know what else is unnecessary? I don't know if you just saw this. Do you hate the phrase standing on business?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Kendrick Perkins was just sitting on a box, and on the box it said business. BIDNESS.
Oh, dear.
And he was standing on business.
Kendrick Perkins. Credit to him.
Suck.
Credit to him for making a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know how people look at him as a basketball pundit seriously.
Yeah. And maybe he's not. Maybe the joke's on us. Maybe it's all a big parody. Like I would do that ironically. Like as a joke. Maybe he's doing that.
Yeah. I think it's a joke, but I think he thinks, I don't know. I don't know if he thinks he's cool. I don't know. I wish they'd show it again.
I wish the Hornets had Dalton Connect.
Yeah. This guy was draining them last night. Hey, and LeBron James knew he was going to be good. And there is video evidence of him talking about him last year.
Dang.
The thing is that LeBron James lies all the time, but there's actually proof that he was talking about Dalton Connect.
He had 18.
He had 21. He had 21 in the fourth quarter. Booyah!
21 straight Lakers points. Was it all on threes?
Yes.
Just draining them.
Consecutive points, 21.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
Really hurts.
Why?
Because we needed a 3 last night. And LaMelo's just sitting on the bench.
Yeah, what was up with that?
I don't know. Charles Lee explained it, but I was just too pissed to even click on the video.
Yeah, LaMelo's great, but I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah, we've had conversations.
Yeah, I'm not a big LaMelo guy.
He had, 12 points? I think
in the first quarter. And
Yeah.
then nothing else afterwards.
He only played like 22 minutes. I just looked at the box score all night during the game. I thought he was hurt or something.
Yeah. For a defensive coach, allowing Ben Simmons to score 10 points is ridiculous. Unnecessary.
Yeah. We suck. Let's see. Jamie says moron is my favorite word Clip uses.
Hey, moron.
It's a fun word. What's your favorite insult word? Hey, Ken just walked in.
Dumb.
What word comes to mind when Ken Watlington walks through the door?
No, that is a champ right there, man.
That's not a good way to treat your listeners.
A popular one that I used when I was young, I used to call my brother, and it's, as we would say, a double conundrum. Stupid idiot.
Oh, the old Danica Patrick.
Yeah, I'd say stupid idiot.
Jim Rome always plays that cut.
My dad, there was one time my dad finally said, you know you're saying the same word, basically. Right?
You don't.
Man, I'm a moron.
You stupid idiot.
I'm the idiot.
Ah, boy. Newton says they're getting 3 points because North Texas is the home team. Well, I'll be damned, Newton. You just solved the world's problems. Yeah, I know.
Sir Isaac Newton.
hey, we got Sir Isaac Newton over here.
That's nuts.
What'd you get hit on the head with an apple? Was that him?
Honky check.
Yeah, he invented gravity.
We did not have gravity before.
Everybody was floating around.
And he invented the line movement.
Old Sir Newton Smith. All right. Anything else? We need to get to Ken.
Yeah, we got to get to the award winner. He's taking a picture of us. This is kind of weird.
K-Dub. I don't like cameras. I don't like phones.
Hey, put that up.
Let's see. Nothing on the ECU football front. No new media today or anything.
No, we got all that taken care of on Monday with Blake Harrell, John David Baker, and then we talked to 2 players yesterday, which was Hampton Ergel and IBM. And it was great to talk to IBM because he gave up some big plays, but when it came down to the last play, he made the biggest tackle.
I like him as a pirate.
As a pirate.
That guy's a pirate.
He is a pirate.
I like IBM.
I hope that's not the kiss of death.
I like his attitude.
Yes.
His gratitude.
He's very thankful. And it's a great time to be thankful right now with Thanksgiving coming up next week. But great talking to those two. We do have that on our social media platforms, so go check that out when you can.
Basketball, ECU women's basketball in winter. 24 hours from now, we will be at a fever pitch getting ready for ECU Jacksonville State. Although I don't think we will because the first game's at 11. Then they have a game scheduled at 1. How the hell are they going to play that game at 1 o'clock? So that'll be like 1:30. So our game will probably be in the 4 o'clock hour. But I'll still be excited this time tomorrow. We will not be watching it on Baller TV.
Did you say it was $5 for the whole tournament?
That's what I read.
Don't believe everything you read.
You can't do that.
It was Zach. Intern Zach.
Intern Zach? Do you trust that guy? Hell no.
He's on the football team now.
Oh, we should trust him.
He was at football practice yesterday. Why didn't you get the invite, Bone?
Because I don't go to the games.
Oh, all right. What's up, Shirley?
I got audio from that yesterday, actually.
Yeah, let's hear that. So
Okay,
for
give me one
folks
second.
that don't know, ECU student Twitter trolls were invited to football.
They united.
Practice. Yeah. No, Zach and his buddies do a great job in the Boneyard, Minji's Maniac section, Scallywags, LeClaire Lunatics. Like, Zach right now is Mr. Pirate, taking over from, Brooks Hill and David Searcy and those guys. As far as Zach's the most visible student when it comes to athletics.
No doubt.
You look at pictures, you see him in his overalls, and very nice young man. Good representative, I would say.
Great ambassador.
Great ambassador for Pirate fans. But he and some of his buddies from the Grass Guys trivia team, by the way, were there at practice yesterday, and Blake Harrell acknowledged them.
When I say it takes everybody, okay? When I say it takes everybody, it takes everybody. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate your energy, your support, and everything you do for us, okay? Thank you. You guys are part of us. Appreciate you.
That was really cool.
That is cool. And
good stuff from Blake Harrell.
Yeah, just a great way to recognize those guys because they do have a lot of passion for East Carolina and the football program, and they show up every single home game, whether it's rain or shine, or whether the Pirates are good or bad. So,
And they're, I'm sorry, Chandler, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but And they're in the stands like way early.
Zach says he gets in right as gates open, and I'm like, what do y'all do for 2 hours? And he says, depending on what time it is, they'll have games going on the Jumbotron. And they just sit there and watch games and watch people warm up. So.
2 hours before. That's crazy.
Yeah. They go and make sure they get the seat that they want. And they're in the same area every single game.
Love it. Let's take a break.
When we get back, we got to add. When we get back, we got to talk about. I don't know what happened in the UNCW game last night, but I looked at halftime. I was at the Buck and I looked. They were only down like 5 points at halftime.
I'll tell you what happened
when we returned
and why that game got away from them when we returned.
With Mr. Seahawk, Ken Watlington.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live after this.
It's back. The annual Pirate Radio Holiday Treasure Chest is back. The chest is loaded with fabulous prizes from our fantastic sponsors.
It's a 1-year membership in the Jelly of the Month Club.
Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
It's going to be a December to remember on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
No, I want an official red undercover nation. Do you want to get ready by the leg arsenal?
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Let me show you what goes on behind the scenes when making a Shaq-a-Roni. We created Shaq-a-Roni my way, an extra large pizza topped with extra cheese and extra pepperoni. It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger. Pizza gets bigger when you Shaq-a-Roni.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
There's more to fall than just Pirate football. It's also a great time to list your home for sale with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate. Why should you list your house for sale in the fall? Buyers are ready now. Many buyers are expecting interest rates to adjust by the end of the year, and they're getting ready to start their search now, ahead of the spring market when competition increases.
Visit our website, encpiraterealty.com, to connect with our experienced team of agents.
Go Pirates!
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Talk radio.
From the depths of space.
The center.
Outer space mumbo jumbo.
Of the talk universe.
The center of what?
Pirate Radio.
We have prepared a planet with a suitable atmosphere.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. United Bank, safe, sound, secure since 1839. Now more than ever, trust is the foundation of any successful relationship. With local bankers you know and trust, it's no wonder businesses and individuals throughout North Carolina continue to choose United Bank. Bankwithunited.com. Member FDIC. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, well, welcome in from WNCT Channel 9, Ken Watlington. He is the Carolina's News Team Award recipient of the year.
Sure.
Something like that. Hello, Ken.
Oh, what's up, y'all?
What's up, Ken?
Always great to be surrounded by greatness.
Well, we got Chandler, so we're good to go.
We got Chan right in the middle.
That was necessary.
Right there in the middle of it.
Right there, smack dab in the middle of it.
What words does Brian Bailey use that hit hardest to you, Ken?
Knucklehead. Hey, knucklehead.
He loves the knucklehead.
Seriously, y'all got to shut up.
Knucklehead.
And that kind of thing.
I like when he used to say Bubba's, but now that he's not much of a Bubba anymore, he doesn't say Bubba's as much. And I get it, because as a fat guy, I can call other people fat. But if you're not fat, you can't call other people fat.
It's funny you mentioned that. I got a friend lives down in Wilmington, and actually,
fat guy.
He's a big guy. Here's where this story is going. His name's Stuart Henderson, detective for the police department, sheriff's office. He's a great guy. So I went to a Carolina game with him, probably 2008, 2009. We're way up top, and this older gentleman's trying to get by us to go to the bathroom or something, go get a beer or something. He's like, "Excuse me, biggin." Just called
Wait,
him.
Who said that?
Some guy we didn't know
called
to my buddy.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. Excuse me, biggin. And I forever call him biggin.
Biggin.
What's up, biggin?
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Chandler, you were asking what happened UNCW last night. Down 5 at the half. How did it get away from them? Well, I'll tell you. Last night,
Hall of Fame coached up his kids, I think.
At 8:52 p.m., Josh Graham tweeted, "I see you, Seahawks." Reminder, UNCW won at Rupp Arena last year.
Yeah, let's blame Scooter. I'm with
Hello. That's what happened.
Yeah.
When I saw that and I had UNCW plus 24.5, I was like, Josh,
shush.
Look at the next tweet.
Top 5, man. That's all I'm going to say.
Kansas opened up second half on a 16-4 run. It was fun while it lasted, UNCW. Josh Graham is a big problem, and he thinks he has to tweet about everything, which has got him in trouble recently. He was roasted a couple weeks ago.
It doesn't happen like every other week for some reason or another.
We're due for it.
God bless him. He's a good dude, but yeah.
He's a good kid.
Sometimes you got to know when to say when.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything. I wanted to text Ken throughout that game and talk about the disrespectful 24.5 line.
It was a little too much.
But I waited till after the game.
Yeah.
So, other than that, what happened?
Just Bill Self, Hall of Fame coach, made adjustments. Not saying that our coach didn't make adjustments, but when you're the number one team in the country, you got that much talent, you make adjustments, you find a way to win.
Well, is it more about that or just more about them being Kansas?
They're also better. Yeah. Hawks played them tough, though. I'm not going to lie. I never once thought, oh, this is embarrassing or anything like that. Yeah, they lost by 18, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they said only 6 non-conference teams have won a game there while Bill Self's been the coach, and he's been the coach since 2003.
That'd be a hell of a trivia question.
So something like that.
So Kansas has played North Carolina, UNCW.
Correct.
They are still scheduled to play.
They got Duke next week in Vegas, and then NC State goes to Lawrence in a couple weeks. So they're trying to get everybody, but ECU, I guess.
No, we have to play Mount Olive and
NC Central, Wesleyan.
Pirates are getting ready for the Boardwalk Battle starting on Thursday.
I saw the bracket potential matchup with where I used to live, the Toledo Rockets, maybe in the second round of that tournament.
One of our best non-conference wins in the last few years. South Carolina's won, but we played Toledo 2 years ago in a MTE event.
This was like Fort Myers. It was somewhere.
Yeah. And the Pirates won, and that ended up being a good win. Toledo's always a pretty decent
Always pretty
program.
good, yeah. Pretty good in the MAC. I don't think they've been to the NCAA tournament recently that I can think of, or maybe they did.
MAC's a one
bid league, yeah. But probably a little bit better than Wilmington's league.
Had a comment I wanted to hit on from Mitch on YouTube. Said FAU a few days into the coaching search. Not even that, really. Well, I guess a few days would be accurate. 3 days. He says they already have Charlie Weiss Jr. and Ray Lewis as candidates. What is Gilbert doing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can have anybody as candidates. But is Charlie Weiss Jr., is that something to be excited about? So he is the co-offensive coordinator at Ole Miss, quarterbacks coach. Don't we have the old quarterbacks coach here from Ole Miss?
Tight ends.
Tight end.
He was co-offensive coordinator.
Yeah. John David Baker.
Who's to say Gilbert hasn't reached out to Nick Saban?
We don't know.
Bill Belichick. Who's to say?
Ed Reed.
Would Ray Lewis excite you if he was a serious candidate at East Carolina?
I'd let him take a stab at the job.
I mean, it gets you some exposure that maybe you wouldn't normally get. That's good, right?
I'd let him shoot a shot.
Let's let Jared's joke breathe a little bit.
I didn't. It went right over my head. He was acquitted.
You better acquit that. Ray Lewis will see. He will not let us wear all white. Well, that'll bring back. Yeah. Didn't he have? Wasn't he wearing white? And it was stains.
I wasn't born yet. I don't know.
Stains on it. You only know about murders in your lifetime.
No.
Let me tell you about John F. Kennedy, former president of the United States.
Got a lot of thoughts on that.
How much time you got, buddy?
It was a driver.
If Charlie Weiss Jr. is hired, he will be making his return to Boca Raton. He was the offensive coordinator there in 1819.
Boca Raton.
In 1819. Well, that was a long time ago.
Jared wasn't even alive. So, all right, seriously answer my question, Chandler. What if Ray Lewis was a candidate here? Would you be excited?
I'd be confused. I'd be so confused.
Why? How? What? Who? All the questions. Maybe this is a trend. You see what Prime's doing?
Yeah.
You see what the great job Trent Dilfer's doing? Oh, wait. Never mind. Has he
You
been
cannot
fired yet?
lose games in the NFL and still win.
How has Trent Dilfer not been fired yet? All these
You cannot lose games in the NFL and still win.
He keeps bringing his grandson up to the podium. They feel bad.
Oh, the AD keeps bringing him in his office, but he brings his grandson in every time.
I didn't realize they were 2-8.
You wanted to tell me something?
No, he's like, yeah, you wanted to see me, Mr. AD?
Hey, Grandpa.
Is he going to fire you, Grandpa?
What are we getting for Christmas this year? You know what, Trent? You're doing a hell of a job. Keep it up. Ken, what do you think about there's no like home run hire really. Like on paper there are. Like Mike Houston was a home run hire for ECU.
Yeah. Fresh off 2 years off a national championship in the FCS. Yeah. Seemed like it was the perfect fit.
Right. So you never truly know what you're getting.
Never know. We'll know about this time next year.
And then you go, teams like to go outside the box and Colorado certainly did that, and it has paid off huge for them.
And coaches' focuses are different these days, than it was when Mike Houston was hired with NIL and the portal. And, how do you recruit the portal? How could you recruit high school kids? Is that as much of a focus as it used to be? Probably not.
Yeah. Man, tune into the Holton Ahlers interview later on in the show. He's going to name the best X's and O's coach he's played for.
Sound like Coach Overton there.
X's and O's. The name will shock you. That's coming up at 4 o'clock. But
I have to listen to that.
Yes, I did my job. Ken, what about Blake Harrell?
I love him. I love his energy, love his passion. Obviously, the team is kind of rallied behind him.
I like his realness.
Yeah, but it's tough, for John Gilbert to say, all right, yeah, let's give it to him when he's been a part of the process the whole time. So if
he's part of the reason Mike Houston got fired.
Sure.
But I would say not a huge part of it.
Yeah.
The major part would be offense and specifically quarterback. Sarah says, what is Mike Minter doing these days?
Not coaching Campbell.
Yeah, getting
not
fired.
Playing for the Carolina Panthers.
Or stepping down. Did he get fired? Or?
He stepped down.
Yeah. She said, since we're throwing out names. Yeah, I don't have him on my coach dar. But, all right, let's rank the teams real quick. Duke, number 1?
I think so, still, right?
Yeah. But Carolina, easily number 2?
Yeah, Carolina's now won how many in a row? 3 in a row? 4 in a row? I can't remember. 3 in a row.
East Carolina's won 3 in a row, Ken.
I think you put them ahead of Wake and State.
Wow. Is that 3?
I don't know. Maybe.
Those are the 3 bowl-eligible teams in the state.
I'm sold.
That's true.
Where to go, Bone?
Wake Forest beat State.
Wake Forest won in Raleigh, yes.
We're going to put them 4 and State 5?
Yes.
All right.
State has lost to Duke and Wake and will likely beat Carolina in 2 weeks because that's the way the world works.
Charlotte fired Biff, so they got even better.
And then Biff came back.
Yeah.
I saw somebody on Pirate Radio put on our Facebook as a comment. That's a Costanza move right there. Biff came back. I love Ken Watlington got fired. Let me rephrase that. I don't want Ken to get fired. When Ken Watlington gets S-canned from WNTT, I hope he goes back the next day and be like, hey, guys.
Live on the show, like live on the air.
I'm here.
Hey, everybody.
Bring your award with you.
Exactly.
Here I am, and here's why I'm here. And here's the news. This anchor, you just start rattling off.
Whoever this is.
Some business of people. Brian Bailey
Let me tell you about this knucklehead.
Zach Kaplan.
Will not shut up.
Look at.
Oh, boy. How's Zach do? Zach's been on edge. You nervous about Penn State?
Maybe.
I think he's just hungry.
He was hangry the other night.
He was.
Get that man some food.
Calm down, man.
Let's look at the college football playoff rankings when we return with Ken Watlington. We'll talk about
Also have a thought about the bowls for East Carolina and North Carolina.
Ooh.
40 bowls in 14 days?
Ken Watlington has a thought, and we will get to that.
It's rare.
After this.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
You want a sub freshly sliced to order? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want the perfect radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a lone ninja warrior. By night, I glide unseen across the rooftops, watching my enemies from the shadows. By day, I go to Jersey Mike's, watching someone freshly slice my sub. My blade is called Shadow. His blade is a Berserba brand meat slicer. Clearly, I have much to learn about this land. Freshly sliced just for you. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, Kyra's Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us at 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our float therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At Kyra's Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared sauna, cold plunge, and salt and halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at KyrasFloats.com. Kyra's Float and Wellness Studio, restful intentions.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville has the best deals in town. Just listen to this. BD's Amber Ale for $3 on Monday. Talls for smalls on Tuesday. $5.50 wine pours on Wednesday. $5 house margaritas on Thursday. Handshaking cocktails are $7 on Friday. And house Bloody Marys for just $6 on Sunday. But wait, there's more. Every day, 2 hours before closing time, appetizers are half off. Don't wait. Get to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar now. Located just off Greenville Boulevard in the Publix Shopping Center. Go Pirates!
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Save Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is ECU head baseball coach Cliff Godwin, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. They're open 7 days a week with from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every single night. Coming up on Thursday, it'll be Singo along with karaoke. On Friday night, it's the Eli Craig Band performing, and then on Saturday, it's Maddie Reen. And, of course, ladies, you get in all weekend long, absolutely free. And don't forget Sunday Fun Day, too. Kick off the day at the Buck on Sundays with the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss a game, and a weekly jersey giveaway that starts at 5 o'clock. Score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. You know, our FAU folks floating out names like Charlie Weiss Jr. and Ray Lewis to, like, prop themselves up and say, hey, look, we got guys interested. Or
our job's in demand.
Yeah, this is the place to be. I do think Jonathan asked of all the Owls jobs that are open, Temple, Rice, Kennesaw State, and FAU, which is the most attractive. I don't even think it's a question.
Yeah,
FAU.
I mean, who wouldn't want to go down and live in Del Boca Vista?
You telling me there's no places available at Del Boca Vista?
Gonna be in the pool. Gonna be in the clubhouse. Gonna be all over that shuffleboard court.
Oh man, what was the tip calculator?
It was the Wizard, and then Bob Sacramento had the Willard.
And then Kramer had guys, I don't know, was this in Del Boca Vista, or this might have been in New York, where he had the Cubans rolling the...
Oh, yeah. No, because they got sent from Cuba to Del Boca Vista, and then Kramer and Jerry had to go pick them up and take them back to New York.
And coming up next week on the Seinfeld Recap Podcast, we're going to talk about the bet.
I'm so glad that Jarrett is a Seinfeld guy, Ken, you are as well, but anytime I go to my parents' house, something has happened that week or something gets brought up, and I say, remember that Seinfeld? We relate it back to
exactly.
Seinfeld.
It all ties back together.
Everything. It's crazy. All right, Ken.
Yeah.
Jarrett, question for you first. Have you played like a franchise in NCAA and gone to multiple seasons yet or anything?
Yeah.
So, doesn't the playoff bracket look wacky?
Yes.
Like Marshall's in there, and Middle Tennessee just made it in 2029.
Yeah. Boston College always finds a way to win the ACC somehow.
There's always
plausible
a bunch of randos in there. The bracket we have now looks similar to the video game with Boise State as the number 4. I feel like I've put people on notice about this more so than national shows, and I say that because I was watching Unnecessary Roughness, which is Barstool's college football show with Brandon Walker. Brandon Walker knows a ton about college football, but he's a Mississippi State guy. The other people on that show, there's an Ohio State grad, there's an A&M grad. They talk about the SEC, the Big Ten, and then eventually get to the other stuff. They were flabbergasted to see Boise State as number 4. How could this happen? Why? Because the top 4 ranked conference champions get buys. Boise State is ranked higher than they are projecting BYU right now. Now, could Colorado get up there or BYU? Sure, especially if Boise loses. Could Army beat Notre Dame?
Or could Miami lose to SMU, and then SMU is the ACC champ? They're probably not going to be top 4. I don't know.
SMU would be ranked higher than Boise at that point by beating Miami.
But would they be ranked higher than BYU, who beat SMU?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So Boise might, we got a couple weeks to figure
We
it out.
still got some things, but we're going to be having these discussions when these real brackets come out, which this is awesome. I love this. Thank you, college football. I cannot wait. I cannot believe we waited this long for something like this to happen. And Jarrett is too young to remember, Ken, when college football was, let's just put teams in random bowl games
and see what happens.
And then we'll just call a champion.
Then we'll vote on it.
Yeah. What a dumb way to come up with a champion.
What's that? We have 2 champs? Georgia Tech is your co-national champion?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. People complain about everybody getting a ribbon today. Hell, they used to do that in college football in the early 90s. You get a ribbon. You get a ribbon.
Georgia Tech and Colorado were co-national champs in the same season, or is that a different season?
That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that. Bobby Ross at Georgia Tech?
Sure.
I think.
Was that the name of the stadium?
That would be Bobby Dodd.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So Ross, and then he went on to coach the Chargers. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "Go Chargers!" Oregon number 1, Texas 2, Miami 3, Boise State 4. And people are saying, how can Miami be 3? They are the 3rd highest ranked projected conference champion.
And what's even cooler about this, if this were to come to fruition, is, those first round games are on campus. So you would get an Alabama Notre Dame game in South Bend. Come on.
Yeah, I don't want Notre Dame in the playoff, but from a aesthetically pleasing standpoint, what a game that would be.
Georgia
whiteout
at Penn State.
And
Come on.
And I'm excited to see an Indiana home game.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas. We're talking football. Yeah, sorry.
But that probably won't happen because when they lose to Ohio State, they're going to be knocked down. and you're going to see one of these Georgia-Bama, whatever, Florida-Georgia-Bama line.
This does give like potential for a snow playoff game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like Georgia going to Penn State playing in the snow. How would that fare?
Yeah. Indiana would have, at this point, 2 home games. Ohio, could we get some snow there? Would those be
Probably not Columbus.
Would those be our best options?
BYU.
If BYU could be at home?
BYU, yep.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
And maybe Indiana. I think there's a better chance of snow in southern Indiana than central Ohio that time of year.
Well, the government controls all this.
That's
so
true.
We could get snow in Miami.
Fire the laser beam. Start it up.
Fire the laser. I'm very excited about this and love all the talk that comes with it. And again, like, if Boise State can do it, why can't East Carolina do it?
Why not us?
Why not us? But that's fun. That's fun. So Ken, East Carolina will not be in the college football playoff this year.
But they're going bowling.
But we'll be going bowling. You said you had a thought.
They're going to a bowl. We don't know which one yet, but I just have a feeling they are going to be paired up with the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Oh,
military bowl.
Sources?
No sources. Gut.
Oh, the old gut.
The pure gut.
Which
instincts.
I think at times is better than a source.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to go with the gut.
Got to go with it. It just feels like something that would happen.
I heard Chon on the way out. He got fired during the break.
Daggone.
I mean,
knucklehead.
He said one wrong word to Ken Watlington. I was like, you can't. That's not a way to treat your guest.
I looked at him and said, that was unnecessary.
That's not a good way to treat your listeners.
I know. Sorry, Jimmy and Jockwinity. He said North Carolina, ECU, in the Fenway Bowl. I don't see that. I feel like they would try to make it somewhat geographical if they could.
But military bowl, I could see that.
That would be a good drive.
It'd either be military or Fenway.
Yeah, that's
Those
the
are the
only
only
two tie-ins,
options.
I think.
I believe for an American AAC matchup.
Wait,
Yeah, because ECU would have played Boston College a couple years back, and I think the year before that, Carolina played Temple?
Who?
Temple? In the military bowl.
Let's see. Let's check on Dan. This is Dan. Can't stop doing that. Dan, yes, I am a pirate. Thankfully put out all the... I thought I saw one with East Carolina and Virginia Tech, but that's not on these projections. But Fenway Bowl versus Syracuse. ECU, Syracuse says CBS Sports.
I like it. I saw one that had them projected to go back to Birmingham. I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah, that's Cincinnati. We play Cincinnati.
I like the opponent there.
Yeah.
Get a shot at our old conference mates. What are North Carolina's bowl projections looking like?
I haven't even seen one, honestly.
Yeah, look.
Yeah. I'm just shocked that they are actually winning games.
What's Wilmington's bracketology looking like?
It's looking good right now. I think we're just barely going to miss.
Strength of schedule is looking good.
Oh, you're talking about basketball.
Yeah,
actually a sport they do play.
I am talking basketball.
I mean, I think they're going to win 20, 25 games.
Robert says the playoff committee has said weather could affect who gets a home game. Well, I don't like it.
Right now, Carolina's projected to play in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Oh, boy. On WNCT coming up late December.
Gary Hahn will be on the call out in El Paso. Jamie says, I'll be heckled for saying this, but I believe Notre Dame is playing their best ball in several years, will win first round in playoffs. That's fine.
Yeah. Especially if they got a home game. I mean, the home field makes a difference in college football.
Notre Dame. So the best games this weekend are
Notre Dame Army, right?
Kind of prove it games for Indiana and for Army. So Indiana's got Ohio State. What time is Notre Dame Army? 3:30.
It's a 7 o'clock kickoff.
Nice.
From Yankee Stadium.
Okay. Be watching that on the fifth quarter.
Yes.
And then what everybody thought would potentially have been a big game, Alabama at Oklahoma, 7:30 on ABC. Boy, Oklahoma has fallen off the map as far as a factor of any kind. See if Brett Venables keeps his gig.
He probably will, but he shouldn't.
I heard he's in the running at FAU.
Charlotte's looking at him.
Who's not in the running at FAU?
Me.
At this point.
Me.
You're not going to Boca Raton?
No.
Can you say that now? If you got offered if somebody called you right when we could go to break and they said, Ken, lead news anchor, Boca Raton, Del Boca Vista. You get to pick your spot. You're gone.
They got to buy me out of my contract, and it's pricey.
And it is pricey.
And by pricey, I mean it won't take much.
I don't know much. All right, Ken, good stuff. Commander, it's Dallas week. Yeah. We got to get our ish together here.
I don't feel good.
Yeah.
10-point
favorites? That's way too much. That is the second most disrespectful line I've seen this
That might be the most disrespectful.
But Dallas stinks, but it's still... How many times in this series has the dog won? Do you remember when Colt McCoy, Monday Night Football, beat Dallas?
And thumped him.
Do you remember? I hope you do, because I can't remember what crappy quarterback was playing for Dallas, but they beat Washington in a primetime game when Washington was the favorite. Like, it happens a lot.
It does.
So that makes me nervous.
I am worried.
Jamie says Ken wants that Louisville type recruiting. Jamie, that's despicable to say.
Some would say unnecessary.
Some would. Ken, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you guys.
Touchdown Friday.
That's right.
Round 2.
Special guest host this week.
K-Dub?
Yes, sir.
All right, check him out.
Bailey will be in Denton.
Oh, yeah. Getting ready for the Mean Green. Ken, thanks for joining us, Mace. We will take a break, come back. When we return, my chat with Holton Ahlers, more college football playoff talk, ECU talk, and more. Back with you after these words.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact... every bite is better with Pepsi.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get fucked up.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Opportunities await for all students in Pitt County schools. We open doors by finding pathways to provide the best possible chance of success for each to reach their career aspirations of choice. As we head through the 2024-25 school year, we will continue to guide our students for the different journeys of life preparedness. We are committed to enhancing academic achievement and developing personal growth through work-based learning of our many career and technical education programs, college readiness, and saluting those who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Engaging, empowering, and elevating students to be successful citizens, workers, and leaders in a global economy remains our mission. Please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org to learn how we grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and one community. Education, the key that unlocks doors of opportunity.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join DriveHereNow.com. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and a proud supporter of the Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Commanders cornerback Marshawn Lattimore did not practice. He's about as much as a Commanders player as I am at this point. We both got a few shirts, some hats, some gear. He makes a few more million than I do. But other than that, we're pretty much the same guy.
I'm guessing he was like, for when the playoffs come, that kind of acquisition.
Okay.
Not like to help now. I mean,
if he doesn't play,
I'm just
the
like,
playoffs won't come.
I was kind of asking more than.
I'm not directing any anger at you.
Okay.
So if you would just shut the hell up, I'd appreciate it.
That's on me.
No, it's just annoying. It's annoying. Let's see the guy that we traded for.
Yeah.
Get in the game. That's all I'm saying. Jim McElwain stepping down from coaching. Saw that tweet. And do not click on the replies to that unless you want to see a picture of that guy naked on the shark. It's not him, right? It just happens that you know what I'm talking about? You kidding me? You can talk, Jared. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, fine. I'll pull it up. Good grief.
I didn't say I wanted to see it.
No, you got to see it now. How do you spell McElwain?
McElwain.
Jim McElwain. So there's a picture. He was at Florida. But there was a picture, and now every time Jim McElwain's brought up, you've never seen that?
No. What is he doing?
But again, it looks like him, but I don't think it's him. But everybody associate, like I'm telling you, look at the next reply. Of course, it's that picture. Like, people can't stop posting that picture of Jim McElwain. And which it might not be him, but there's 3 more. Just boom, bam, bang, boom. There's a shark gif. All right, let's check out my interview with Holton Ahlers from earlier today. It was conducted in Studio C, and now we will play it for your ears and eyeballs. Myself and Holton Ahlers. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, the co-host of the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show, which is coming your way this Saturday after East Carolina, North Texas. Host of the Holton Naylor Show, former Pirate QB
Holton Ahlers is here. Holt, how we doing?
Clip, doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Bowl eligible, and
Let's go.
we were excited watching that on last Thursday as East Carolina won on the road at Tulsa, and we talked about it, Holton, kind of won an ugly one, which was good for Blake Harrell, good for Kane Hauser, good for this team. They kind of cruised by the previous 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So this one was a little bit different than those.
Yeah, it was nice to see. I mean, you got to be able to win the ugly games. You're never going to play perfect every single game. You know, even the games, weren't we like a 14-point favorite in that?
Yeah, it went to like 16.5.
Yeah, so like, I mean, there's going to be games like that where like it's ugly, but you got to find a way to win, especially if you want to be a good team and if Coach Harrell wants to be a legit, coaching candidate. So I think it was a big win for it. And like I said on the fifth quarter call-in show and on the podcast this week, like Caden Hauser not playing his best is probably good for Pirate Nation too, to keep him around. So yeah,
you were big on that point, which kind of confused some callers, but we got through it the other night on the fifth quarter. Orthopedics East injury report. Holton, they don't tell us anything. So have you talked to anyone about Chase Sowell, Winston Wright? Do you know anything right now?
So I talked to Chase Sowell's dad a decent amount. But I mean, I don't know if that's like I should be saying that on air or not, if it's not on the injury report, I guess. But yeah, from everything I've heard, like not just from him that they're playing. So hopefully they go out there and good. But I was really impressed with Yannick Smith, who came in and performed really well when his name was called when those two guys were hurt. So I think we got guys behind. And this offense too is built to, no matter who's in, to perform and to out scheme people. So I think we'll be fine. I'd be more worried about the defense because their quarterback is very, very good and they sling it around.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. So since I've been doing this and the pregame, we used to have an injury report. Coaches made injury reports. Now, how accurate those were, you could argue. I was like Belichick and folks in the NFL famous for kind of not being 100% honest with those.
They get fined now doing that.
Yeah. But in college football, the trend started years ago where you didn't have to do one. So it was like, why do one?
Yeah.
And now nobody does one, including East Carolina. So we have to find out through back channels, if we're going to get that information and pass along that information. So it makes it tricky. I wish they'd do it like the NFL. And now with gambling and everything,
I was going to have a story about that.
What you got?
So in 2020, we actually talked about it last night on the podcast when we recorded 2020, when I got I tested positive or whatever for COVID. Our boy Jeff Nadeau was the first one to break that I wasn't going to play. Did you? In fact, now wait a second. You were the one who spilled the news, Clip.
Wait,
it just all hit my. But anyways, so wow, that all just hit me all at one time.
Wait a minute, I do.
But I mean, the whole week we're like, I got the positive test, and no one on the team else had positive tests, so we knew it was a fake or a false positive, or whatever it is during the time. And I met with Coach Houston. I was like, we gotta like. I tested again, like 3 more times, negative. But if you had one positive, you had to miss a game. And we wouldn't break the news and he was like, well, look, it's just, there's more things involved. And he was talking about like betting and stuff. Like they couldn't release it. And I'm like looking back now. Dang,
I guess I probably said, hey, just a heads up. I'm hearing some stuff. So, I don't know. Just trying to help my fellow man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Clip won like $5,000 on that game. Actually.
Yeah. I wonder what game was that?
It was
Navy. That was Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope I took the under. That was an ugly one. But yeah, you know what? To avoid stuff like that, make a freaking report. Make an injury report.
It's just like, you'd be surprised, and Danny probably knows this too, is like how, like, not like staff wise, but like people around athletics, there's a lot of lazy people who don't want to do extra work. And if you have an injury report, that's just extra work someone has to do.
Well, Danny Beal likes doing more work.
He's a grinder.
Done quite a bit of this week. Talking to Holton Ahlers here, and Holton, you mentioned North Texas. So I need to look this up. I need to grab the Phil Steele magazines, but 73.5. Is that the big? I feel like I've had this conversation recently in the last year or two. I can't imagine we would have had a huge over last year with our offense. So maybe it was your last year where we had something similar. I'll have to look it up. But this is one of the biggest totals I've ever seen with East Carolina football.
Yeah, it's been since I've been following it, like the odds and stuff. It's been 2 years now. The only one I can think of is like 2019 SMU. They scored a lot of points, and we just came off a lot of points versus Cincinnati. But I don't know otherwise. It's a lot of points, man.
Yeah, it says a lot about their offense, what you mentioned a moment ago, their defense, but also our defense. And you know, can we put something together? Because we've heard a lot of folks who people love Blake Harrell, but the defense, I don't know if disappointment's the word, but has not been as good as maybe we anticipated going into this year for ECU.
Yeah, I mean, last year they were one of the better defenses in ECU history, and a lot of people expected that to be back. But then when you really look at like the talent we've lost from injury, from graduation from last year, I mean, Jack Powers, our good buddy, was a good player for him. Jeremy Lewis, Julius Wood, who's now on the active roster of the Tennessee Titans. Siobhan Ravel is going to be a first-round draft pick. Like, you lost guys there.
We talked about some transfers yesterday with Tegan Wilk and guys like that.
Yeah, it's like you lost. I mean, that's 5 guys right there who are like had years and years in the program in the defense.
Taylor Jackson.
Yeah. So if you think about it, like we lost a lot, but at the same time, we just had so much returning on the D-line that, there was a lot of high expectations, which, I mean, they haven't been terrible. They just haven't been as good as everyone thought they would be.
Yeah, and that could lead to a shootout. What do you think about the Mean Green's quarterback?
I think he's really good. Chandler Morris is really. I was high on him when he was at TCU. It's pretty sure it's Chad Morris's son, which would have been crazy if we hired him as the OC here.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have got him here if we hired Chad Morris. But I think he's really, really good. We kind of talked about it a little bit, and talked to Caden and you a little bit off air. It's like they're like the new Americans, like SMU, like the Texas school that's going to get the transfers, that's going to get the receivers. Now SMU's balling out in another conference right now, but yeah, I mean, North Texas is always going to have those guys from here on out, I'd imagine.
East Carolina and North Texas coming up 3:30 on Saturday. Our pregame coverage begins 11:30. Pirates going for win number 7 on the year, and what a week it's been in the American. If you have not fired your coach, you are in the minority right now. Every Owl team in Division I football fired their coach.
You serious?
Kennesaw State joins Rice, Temple, and FAU.
Wow.
4 Owls all got rid of their coaches this year.
That's crazy.
There's a stat for
I
you.
just saw a tweet this morning. We tweeted on our channel that Ray Lewis is like one of the front runners for the FAU job.
No way.
Yeah, they're trying to do like the Deion Sanders type thing, and
Chris Carter's
he's an analyst there. Chris Carter's there already, or like a NIL guy. So if they hire Ray Lewis, that'd be a killer move.
Chris Carter, I wouldn't say he got in trouble, but made headlines when he told rookies to get a fall guy.
Yeah.
Holton, is Caden Norman your fall guy? Now that I think about it.
I'm Caden's fall guy.
Here is fall guy. But Biff Poggi out.
Yeah.
How about the old Biffer?
I'm telling you, I don't know if it'll ever happen, but Coach Houston would be a great hire it'd be hilarious.
Back to the Future.
But dude, you got to think because he almost he really did get hired there for like a day. But you got to think everywhere he's been, he's flipped the program. Even at ECU, he did that. No matter what people say, like he did lose to Charlotte. I understand that, but also he's won in the American. He has North Carolina ties. Like, what else are they looking for?
Here would be my issue. I think it's pretty obvious. He lost to the team twice that's hired him. I don't know.
No, I get that. But if you just look at like overall, like what he's done, like it's like kind of what they're looking for. I would imagine is what they're looking for. I saw Skip Holt's name was thrown in there. He's been thrown in every G5 job, though, it seems like.
Have you you still in contact with Coach Houston? Like, what do you think his next move is going to be? Where does
I'm dead serious when I say this. Like, I think he's genuinely will get looked at for the Charlotte job.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I know he wants to coach. His kids love it here. He loves it here. So I mean, he may take a year off or something. I don't want to like put words in his mouth, but we haven't talked too much about that. Just more about. I mean, we're good friends now, so I've just kept up with each other.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the kids love it here factor is real, and
it is.
My mom just called me before we went on and said, "Do you think Blake Harrell's going to get the job?" And I was like, I don't know. And she said, "Do you think he would stay if he didn't get the head coaching job?" And the head coach asked him to be defensive coordinator. And I still think, and Holton, you've kind of been big on that, but like egos get involved, hard feelings, bitterness. I don't know, but he has kids that
he does,
and his family love it here. So.
I know his wife's really in the community as well. He's in the community a lot too, but. I think if he's not the head coach here, he's the head coach at Kennesaw State next year. Like that's just a no-brainer to me. I think he's a head coach next year. Like Kennesaw State's purposes is kind of just like us, but on a lower level. It's like he has experience at Kennesaw State. He was really successful at Kennesaw State, And now it's like, why wouldn't you? He has head coaching experience now too, where he's winning. So for them, it's a no-brainer. I'm hoping same thing for us. But
Yeah,
we'll see.
we always say that he's not just auditioning for this job, but for every job that's available.
It was like
out
Ruff
there.
McNeil when he took the Texas Tech interim job and ended up getting the job here. So
all right, playoff rankings come out again. This is the week for the Indiana Hoosiers. They play their one game basically.
Yeah.
Ohio State, and we'll get your picks later in the week. But thoughts on that one? And I hate to ask you this way more than can they win, but do you think it'll be a close game? Do you think it'll be a one-score game, two-score game?
I'm really high on Ohio State. I really am. But it's hard to ignore what Indiana's done this year. If their name was Ohio State, they'd be number one probably in the country, I think. But
well, yeah, just look at Notre Dame. They've got one loss to a bad Northern Illinois team, and they're still, top 10.
Which good grief. I think they would get killed in the playoff. I hope Notre Dame loses before. Hopefully Army beats them. That'd be really cool.
But that name goes a long way.
No, it does for sure. I mean that game is weird. Isn't the line like big in that one?
I think it was 12.5 last time I looked.
Yeah, like I like Indiana a lot in that line, but I think Ohio State's receivers are as good as anyone in the country. Actually, Geno, we were talking off air, Geno Smith's nephew is Jeremiah Smith, the all-world freshman receiver.
Oh yeah,
for Ohio State.
He's a bad dude.
Yeah, we when me, him, and Drew Locke would be in meetings, he's like, dude, my nephew's gonna be the best receiver ever, and everyone and me and Drew were like, oh, okay, and then
yeah, right.
We didn't actually know, and then I was watching their clips of their spring game or something. They're like, that's Geno Smith's nephew. I was like, oh gosh, he wasn't lying.
You've got, so in the ACC, keeping an eye on SMU and Miami. Big 12, I've been kind of putting out the feelers on Colorado, saying, hey, keep an eye on this. It could happen. And BYU loses to Kansas, who, by the way, plays Colorado, that famous meme of the Grim Reaper going to different doors. And you see it in sports over the years. That's Kansas right now. They are the ultimate spoiler. They are knocking off teams, and now Colorado is next. They are going to Kansas. They are only a 2.5-point favorite.
I hope they win. I'm a big fan of what they've done. I think that's a cool, and maybe not the way they've gone about all of it, but I think it's just a cool story, and it's great for sports. It'd be sick to see them in the playoff. Because
Dion is so kind of in your face with it and everything, we don't really look at the turnaround that happened. Colorado was one of, if not the worst power schools in the country.
It's probably, a lot of people say it was the worst job to get in the, literally it was, and he's turning around, and now we're even talking about them being in the playoff is wild. I mean, it was a big deal when they just made a bowl game this year. When they clinched a bowl game, it was the first time in a while, and that was a big deal. And now we're talking about them winning the Big 12 and going to the playoffs. Yeah, I hope so. It's kind of crazy, and it kind of just represents what college athletics are now. Is you don't have to be the best X's and O's coach anymore to run a program and to run a successful program, which is really cool.
Yeah, and let me take it to my video game. So I was in an online dynasty. I had Utah, lost 4 games, I think, but won the Big 12 championship. And I was like, sweet. All right, who's my playoff matchup? I didn't get in because. And it's funny, too, because I was watching a national show, and they were like, well, how's Boise get a bye ahead of the Big 12? Because Boise is the 4 right now in the rankings that came out last night.
Really? See, I didn't
because
see
they
that.
are ranked ahead of the highest Big 12 team. Dang. And there's no guarantee that any conference gets in the playoff. So if the top 4 champions get buys and are automatically in, and then it's all up for grabs after that.
Yeah.
So there is a chance, if Colorado and BYU lose, there's a chance the Big 12 could be left out of the whole thing, which would be nuts.
That is nuts. Holy cow.
It's unlikely.
Yeah.
But it was also unlikely that and still is, I think, that a group of 5 team would get that first round bye. But right now, that is the setup. And I was watching a national show, A Necessary Roughness, on Barstool with Brandon Walker and them. And I've been talking about this all year with Mac and even with you, that hey, group of 5, if they're ranked ahead of Big 12, could, and they were looking at it wait, what is this possible? What happened here? Is this a mistake? Like they have not even put it in their brains because they follow SEC, Big Ten, that this could be a possibility. And
that is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I love the G5, but that no G5. I don't think anyone that no G5 school this year deserves a bye in the playoff. That's a little absurd to me.
Well, does a Big 12 team, because I would say the Big 12 is the closest thing to the group of 5 right now.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, BYU was a group of 5 member, or they were independent, I guess.
See, what's crazy to think is, like, if the Big 10 has, like, Ohio State and Oregon and Indiana. Like, you're telling me 2 of those teams don't deserve a bye over Boise State? Like, that's just...
but that's just the way the rules are set up. So, which is why the 5 seed, they have to play an extra game, but they have a really good path to the semifinal because Ohio State would play whoever 12 is right now, and I'll have to look it up. But then in round 2, they would get Boise State on a neutral site and be a 14-point favorite probably.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's why the playoff is fun. That's why expanding it is awesome.
Yeah. Who's that? BYU. Yeah. So Ohio State's path to the semis would be a home game versus BYU where they're huge favorites, and then Boise State in round 2. and you know what? You could flip that. It's probably going to be number 5 is going to play the Big 12 champion, and then a team that play Boise State, and then the Big 12 champion. So
I'm pulling for Army. I hope Army beats Notre Dame, and then the question is, does Army jump up ahead of Boise State?
How much
I think so.
Would they rise in that case? What is the line on that, Holt?
No clue.
14.5 Notre Dame. I don't hate Army there.
I like that a lot. I might dabble even in the money line. I'm serious. I think if Army's quarterback is healthy, like we met with Chad Stevens, who I wear last night. We talked about like how hard it is to defend the triple option, and they like literally said like this quarterback makes it like a different level because you can't just follow your rules. You have to also take into play that he's one of the better athletes you'll face all year. And Notre Dame hasn't faced triple option that I'd imagine, or they faced Navy. They beat them pretty good, but Navy's kind of fell off lately, which they screwed me in my bets this week.
It's such a machine, like when Army and Navy get rolling, that you just think it's plug and play. But it is amazing how much a special quarterback changes everything. Like Malcolm Perry and the long list of guys at Navy.
I mean, if you look at if any ECU fan watched the game versus Army this year, they saw how good that kid was. I mean, he was electric.
Yeah. Another 14.5, 13.5 point spread. Alabama at Oklahoma, and I'm wondering if Oklahoma looks elsewhere for a coach this year.
Yeah,
they really struggled. Let's see, Texas hosting Kentucky, but again, at all eyes kind of noon. What can Indiana do against Ohio State? That's going to be pretty fascinating. Holden, we'll get your picks. How you doing, by the way, on those?
I'm like 33-19, so pretty good.
All right,
still winning.
Took your advice, put Karl Anthony Towns double in a parlay the other night.
Put it in there tonight, too.
Pretty
10
automatic.
Versus the Suns.
Yeah. I don't know. What else you watching in sports right now? Knicks and college football?
4 times a week. College football on Saturdays. Haven't missed a minute of a Knicks game yet.
Commanders need to get back on track. They lost 2 in a row, but they have the lowly Cowboys this week. So hopefully.
It'd be bad if they lost that one.
And I want to do a deep dive with you. Like, why are the lines so dominant? I get why they're good, but like they're the best team in the NFL. I don't know if it's close.
It's been a long time since the team has literally just ran through. Like, I mean, they're scoring incredible points and not giving up any points defensively. Like, I haven't seen this in a really long time.
Yeah,
so.
Love Dan Campbell. And
tell you who would be a good head coach and hire from that team, Scotty Montgomery.
I tell you what, he's got those running backs going,
dude. No kidding. Everywhere he's been, like, they've produced.
Coach Mo 2.0.
He's gonna. What if they brought him back here? He was 2 hires ahead of him. He would be a great NIL because he's a good recruiter. He'd be a great NIL coach now. He was just way ahead of his time. I don't know why we jumped up.
And I wonder when he's going to get his next opportunity. Does he go back to college? Does he stay in the NFL?
I bet he stays in the NFL. He honestly, he fits like the NFL mold. He really fits like the NFL. and the college head coaching mold are starting to like get really similar.
True. Yeah.
But he's been so successful in the NFL, whereas like college, he's struggled a little bit, obviously with ECU. So I can see him staying with the NFL.
Next step, coordinator job, I guess, in the NFL.
I'd imagine so. And I'm telling you, like he's the best X's and O's coach I've been around. So like he will get a coordinator job and probably do really well.
Did you say Scotty Montgomery is the best X's and O's coach you've been around?
Yes.
Wow.
Including Seattle. Like he genuinely was. He just got thrown into a head coaching position when he was young and had 100%. No experience.
Yeah. And that's not his fault.
Yeah.
If somebody offered you money to be a head coach, you would accept it.
Yeah.
Whether you're ready or not.
He was like, when Donnie was here, no knack on Donnie, like we knew going into like we would have to audible to get into the best play. Like when Coach Mo was here, at least when I was a quarterback, the 1 year for 6 games when I was a starter, like I would go into games thinking like whatever play he calls in, like we're going to have somewhat of an advantage somewhere. Now I was young and probably didn't take the best advantage of it, but his offense and his scheme really was the best I've been around.
All right, there you go. There's the
Fans
sound
are gonna
bite.
hate that.
There's the sound bite from this week.
Yeah.
Sound off, folks. All right. Enjoyed it, man. We'll talk to you Saturday pregame, and of course after the game, U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show. We'll have Maui Jim back. Caden will be back in studio.
He
so
is.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining.
Is Holton Ahlers. Little Jeff Nadeau story there, as well as best X's and O's coach he has played for, Scotty Montgomery. Coach Mo. Thoughts on that? Blake HC. Wait a minute. Blake HC in the YouTube chat. Is that Blake head coach? Is this Blake Harrell? Says, what are y'all thinking for the over-under of 73.5? You tell me, coach. Nah, Blake. So I was on a North Texas podcast with a dude. Nice fella. And he asked me about it. And I mean, I'm thinking 40-something, 30-something. So, I mean, I'd probably take the over. 45, 38, something like that. I'd probably go over the total. North Texas likes shootouts. East Carolina's been scoring. So, I see a lot of points. I looked at the weather. Looks like some good over conditions for Saturday in Denton. Let's take a break. We'll talk more about it when we return. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live, talking some baseball in hour number 3 with a trio of current Pirates and one former Pirate. We got Ethan Norby, Parker Byrd, Dixon Williams, and Danathan Beal will join us as well. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
At Chicken Salad Chick, we make our food from scratch every day using fresh quality ingredients. We have 12 flavors of chicken salad, plus soups, sides, sandwiches, and desserts. Whether you're craving traditional, savory, spicy, or fruity and nutty chicken salad, we have something for everyone. All of our delicious chicken salads conveniently packaged in take-home containers and multiple sizes for you or the whole family. Visit Chicken Salad Chick or order online today. Now open at 112 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Chicken Salad Chick.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville is under new management with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Come on down and purchase the vehicle of your dreams today at Doug Henry of Greenville. Right on the corner, right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Go Pirates!
Emporium in downtown Greenville has been serving the best selection of beer in Greenville for over 5 years. And now, we are excited to serve up a mouthwatering food menu. Flatbreads, crispy wings, hearty sandwiches, and wraps. And you must check out the signature tots, such as loaded cheese or garlic parmesan. Come check out Emporium's new menu along with their selection of over 50 beers on tap. Life is too short to wait in line, so come to Emporium today at 814 Dickinson Avenue. Use code PR20 at checkout for 20% off the shareable food food menu.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, NMLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
Now through Christmas at University PC Care, just in time for the holidays, PC Care Plans and Mac Care Plans are buy one, get one. So buy one for yourself and get one to give away. It covers both PCs and Macs and includes maintenance, unlimited remote support, and managed antivirus, keeping your personal computer safe and running smoothly. Get yours today by stopping by University PC Care in Greenville or New Bern and ask for the buy one, get one care plan special. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is Coach Blake Carroll for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. And Saturdays are for Pirate Traditions and Beer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you. Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes, Jarrett Watkins. Chain Man's back. What's up, John?
Hello, Clipper.
All right, couple of news and nuggets. Just saw on NFL Live that I guess there's a report Woody Johnson not planning to bring Aaron Rodgers back with the Jets next season. Also, report on ESPN after falling to 2-2 with a 1-point loss to Denver. Back on September 30th, Woody Johnson had a meeting and broached the idea of benching Aaron Rodgers. And then there's a question on how the phrasing was taken by people. One said it was in jest and a provocative nature. Others interpreted it differently. One source said if Woody really wanted Rodgers benched, he would have been benched. Who cares? Why am I even talking about this? The Jets stink. They're irrelevant. Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen play, but time waits for no man. We saw it with Peyton Manning. We've seen it with everybody but Tom Brady, basically.
I mean, that last year wasn't spectacular, but it's not this bad.
Yeah. It was not Peyton Manning bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out. It's a tough call with what Rodgers does next year if he's not a Jet. He's got an ego that you can't even measure.
Yeah.
So there's that. If I'm sure he wants to prove everybody wrong. He's still got it, but also he's got other interests. I've always said he's going to have one of these conspiracy podcast things, like Joe Rogan or whatever.
You could buy InfoWars.
Yeah, he's going to go into that side, and he's going to have a huge following. He might go into politics. Yeah. It would not shock me if Aaron Rodgers runs for office in the future.
Just like old Tommy Tuberville. Go to hell, get a job.
Yeah.
Go to hell. Get a job.
So he's with the Jets right now. They don't want to bring him back. Sam Darnold's on a 1-year deal. J.J. McCarthy may not be ready next year. So Aaron Rodgers goes full circle, goes full Brett Favre, goes to the Vikings.
What do you think about that?
I like where your head is at. And because Favre sucked for the Jets.
Yeah.
And then went and had a good season with Minnesota.
Had 2 good seasons. Did he go 2 or 3?
They went to the
they changed the rule because of it, the overtime rule.
Yep.
Because of that game.
Ended.
It can't end like this.
Ended with a Favre pick, right?
Yes.
Or his last pass was
that call.
That game, yeah, and then a field goal.
He said, "No, it can't end like this."
Yeah, I like that.
All right, Kirk Cousins.
Rodgers to Minnesota.
Or the Jets bring in Mike McCarthy and just run this thing back.
Huh.
Yeah.
Devontae.
They're just one former Packer away.
Yeah, what a disaster that is. Would you rather be the Jets or the Panthers?
Panthers.
I agree.
I was about to say, I was just about to say, it feels good to not be the laughingstock of the NFL at the moment.
I think the two teams you don't want to be are the Cowboys and the Jets right now.
I was going to ask the worst situation in the NFL right now. The nominees are the Jets. I'm not going to include the Browns.
I was going to say the Browns. I was going to throw them
out. Well, they do have a big quarterback issue.
Yeah, but at this point, I think you just eat that money and take a quarterback early.
But I feel like if they get a quarterback, they could be at least a 500 team.
Yeah.
They've got pieces, parts. Titans, Jags.
Titans are in a mess.
Jags are tricky because their owner is too clingy.
Have they not fired Doug Peterson yet?
No, but he said he wouldn't be surprised if it happened soon, which is wild to say.
Will they build him a statue like Philadelphia did? Probably not.
I would say no.
Greedy.
No, it got $150 million in cap coming up, a top 5 pick.
I won't include them.
New head coach.
G-Man.
Yeah.
Would you rather be a Giants fan or a Panthers fan?
Panthers.
I think I would too. I still don't believe in Bryce Young. Are you starting to believe in Bryce Young a little bit?
I mean,
that was a nervous laugh.
I don't know.
You are, Chandler. You sucker.
I mean, look,
you poor sucker.
You win back-to-back games, and no, he doesn't light up the stat sheet, but he has shown things in the past 2 games where you're like, all right, maybe because there was a time there where we're like the Giants and we're like the Raiders, where we're like, we have a quarterback issue. Like the Browns, we have a quarterback issue.
You do have a quarterback issue.
If he wins games,
I think it's a self-inflicted
Chandler.
quarterback issue. You benched the guy 3 games into the season.
Let me look at his numbers. Numbers don't tell everything.
it doesn't.
But I just
like I just said, he's not a stat stuffer.
He was 16 to 26, 171 touchdown pick. Those are mostly losing numbers.
That's not good,
I would say. And then the next game, he was 15 of 25, 126 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, this guy sucks. You had given up on him previously. I think you need to stay with that and draft a quarterback this year.
I don't think they'll be able to. There's a lot of bad teams. They're going to be stuck with like the 8th pick. And I mean, are you really wanting Aller or Nussmeier at that level?
I feel like we are guilty of, we see something and we're like, this has never happened before, or this looks very weird. Like, we are victims of the moment. But are there always this many bad teams?
No.
Because
right now
you've got like 9 teams with 2 or 3 wins.
The Panthers have 3 wins, and they're going to get the 8th or 9th pick. Normally, that's like for a 6-7 win team.
Panthers, Giants, Cowboys, Jags, Titans, Browns, Patriots, Jets. You have 9 teams with 2 or 3 wins right now. So this thing's wide open for the first overall pick. And picks 1 through 5. Can you imagine being the crap team that wins 4 games and gets the 9th pick?
Trust me, it's my nightmares. I wake up in a sweat every night.
Wow, what a weird year. Let's see how many more wins the Panthers have on their schedule.
Well, 1 this Sunday.
I'm going to say they don't beat the Chiefs. All right, Sean, you've got 3 division games left. Bucks at home, Bucks on the road at Atlanta. Can you win one of those?
Yeah. I think we could beat Atlanta.
I think they might get swept in those. But I do see one more win. You'll beat Dallas at home. And maybe the Cardinals at home. It feels like the Cardinals are going to be going into that game with like, all right, all we got to do is beat the lowly Panthers. We'll stay in first place in the West. That feels like a game they screw up. I could see y'all with 5 wins this year.
And I'll take it.
Cardinals aren't that kind of team, though. They're hungry dogs. They're leading the West, and nobody believes in them.
The Birds.
I think they're a little shaky. Right. I think they're shaky. You trust Kyler?
For the move.
You don't even know their head coach's name.
It's Jonathan Gannon.
Okay. I didn't know it, so I wanted him to say it.
Drew Pincer's their offensive coordinator, potential.
Drew Pinsky.
Pincer?
Pincer? I hardly know her. Man, what a year of bad football teams. All right. Jansen says bottom 3 are Jets, Giants, Titans. Cowboys aren't far behind. Jags have a workable foundation. Jansen's a Jags fan, right?
I have no idea.
He's gonna.
I think he's a Panther fan.
Who's the Jags guy?
No, he is. He just said Duval.
Yeah. He's going to believe in Trevor till the wheels fall off.
Are the wheels not fall off yet?
Yeah, like one wheel. They got a tricycle right now.
My gosh.
Jamie says Chun sounded like a little girl there with his Bryce Love smitten.
Bryce.
No, Chandler just wants to believe. I like Chandler's spirit, his innocence.
It's crazy what winning does because I was turned off with Bryce Young.
Jared, see if you can find me odds for the NFC West. We need to take a break. Because Jamie has a pick. I want to get y'all's pick for the West. Not knowing schedules. I mean, we can look through that. But who would you pick right now to win the West? I will give you the standings. I think everybody's within a game of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Cards at 6-4. Rams 5-5, Seahawks 5-5, Niners 5-5. So you would think the numbers would be pretty tight.
Okay, so I have the odds.
All right.
Cardinals are favored -130, Niners in second +350, Rams +550, and Seahawks +600.
Damn,
I'm going Niners.
I would too because I just can't stop picking them. But Jamie says Rams will win that division.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And that would be I would bet them or Seattle with those odds.
I would go Rams because I trust them more
Yeah.
than the Seahawks, but Niners just feel weird.
Yeah.
Felt weird coming into the season.
Not closing that game out Sunday was rough.
Yeah.
Old Geno running into the end zone. I can't figure Geno out. He will give a game away and then snatch it right back.
I mean, that's just who he is.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that letter. I'm starting to wonder he didn't write back.
We'll take a break. We'll wrap up hour 2. Got a good baseball chat coming your way. Hour 3. Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Back after this. Back after this. Back after this.
It's back. The annual Pirate Radio Holiday Treasure Chest is back. The chest is loaded with fabulous prizes from our fantastic sponsors.
Santa, status report.
Okay, well, first off, welcome you all to the North Pole. It's great to have you here. As you know, this is our big time of year, so things are busy as usual.
It's going to be a December to remember on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
There is road work outside, but plenty of food and fun inside at Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville. Park right across the street and make your way in for a great lunch today or drinks with friends. There are over 40 beers on tap and plenty of new specialty cocktails to choose from. Don't forget about Singo on Tuesdays, trivia with DJ Captain Morgan on Wednesdays, local artist live music on Thursdays, and the best Sunday brunch starting at 10:30 a.m. Be sure to follow Fish Street Hardware on Facebook and Instagram for all the 411. Go Pirates!
Why wait till Black Friday for big savings? At Bostic Sugg Furniture, it's Black November. Start your power shopping now and save with a discount equal to 2 times the sales tax, plus 6 months special financing on all in-stock and custom orders. Get better sleep and huge Black Friday savings on Helix and Serta mattresses, plus up to 48 months special financing. It isn't one day, it's every day. Black Friday prices all month long during Black November at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Pirate Radio, bringing you the best content on air and on digital. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903, and both locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Danny Beal in the house.
In the flesh.
The flesh. He had a question. I'll ask that question to Shirley because I noticed it too. Shirley, why is MTV Classics on in your studio? I like it.
I was watching the women's basketball, the ECU women's basketball game earlier this
MTV
morning.
Classic?
No. Let me finish.
Let me finish.
Can I finish? And of course that game went off, and I flipped over, was just kind of going through the channels, and Yo MTV Raps was on the MTV channel, and I thought, hey, I hadn't watched that in a long time. So while I was working on some stuff here in the studio, I had it playing in the background, and I just never changed it. So that is what you are watching in the background.
We got Fitty up there
Old
right
Fitty.
now.
Old
I
Fitty.
guess technically young Fitty.
All right, let's do a trivia question here. ECU Baseball just tweeted out the news, the Clayton McCullough news, new manager with the Marlins. He is the 17th Marlins manager. This is going to be tough. Let's name all the Marlins managers we can. Let's try to get to at least 8.
Don Mattingly.
All right.
Skip. Schumacher. He just got fired.
Freddie Gonzalez, I believe, went from Miami to the Braves.
I have 2.
Did Jim Leland?
Yeah.
Bang!
That was one of mine.
Well done, Shirley.
That was one
Yeah.
of mine.
All right, we're halfway there, waiting for Jarrett. You got nothing?
I got nothing.
Oh, my goodness. This Marlins is not an easy one because I don't really pay attention to the Marlins. So
And they always stink. Who's the guy with glasses who won the World Series?
Jack McKeon from Recon.
McKeon. Jack McKeon. Yeah. There's 5. Good work.
And we have how many?
There's 17.
Oh, my God.
Well, 16.
Well, when did they start as a franchise? 90s?
93. I think they had a guy that...
Mattingly was a good one.
Renee Latchman.
Never heard of him.
I think that might have been their first guy.
That's where they went wrong. Hiring a guy named Renee.
Yeah, Renee was the first one.
All right. So there's 6.
okay, so Leland took them to their first World Series in '97.
Yeah.
Tony Perez.
Well, are you just looking at names now?
Yes. I had to look it up because
Well,
it was
that's
driving
fine.
me crazy.
I don't think we're going to get to 8. So
Cookie Rojas.
I don't remember that.
Ozzie Guillen.
Ozzie!
I don't remember that. I should have known
In 2012, he was fired on October 23rd of 2012. He took over.
Wait.
He took
the Marlins?
Cookie
Yes.
Rojas coached 1 game as an interim. He doesn't count.
Okay, so Jack McKeon.
He's one of 17. I mean,
Okay, Jack McKeon.
No, he's not. It didn't.
Joe
count.
Girardi.
Wait, how did that count?
it counts.
That's lame.
McKeon came back a second time. He actually did 2 stints as manager.
Joe Girardi.
so-
We should have got that.
Okay, so Edwin.
When did Girardi manage them?
96.
Edwin Rodriguez
06.
managed.
96, he was a catcher for the Yankees, probably.
Cubs.
Rodriguez managed the Marlins from 2010 to 2011. Brandon Hyde managed for 1 game. McKeon comes back, then decides to retire.
Ozzie Redmond.
Ozzie Guillen took over for the Marlins after McKeon retired, but then he was fired at the end of their 2012 season.
A lot of no names on this list. Clayton McCullough is on the Wikipedia, and his profile picture
was when he was AAA manager.
Oh, okay.
For the Clippers, I think.
The LA Clippers?
If you click on his name.
Looks like a lug nut.
Joe Girardi.
I think it's the lug nuts, buddy.
Well, click on his name. It'll tell you.
Okay. But I'm telling you that's a lug nuts, Lansing lug nuts.
Yes, Lansing Lugnuts. Joe Girardi was the manager in
we got
06. Did you get it?
We went through the list.
Oh, we did? Okay, sorry. I was too busy looking for names that actually rang a bell to me.
I would not be great at that for any MLB team, but I think the Marlins could be one of the biggest blind spots.
Them are like the Padres.
Yeah.
Like I was going to say Giants, but.
Let's take a break. Jamie says, I remember the Marlins became a team the same time as the San Jose Sharks. That color was very popular in the early to mid 90s. You had the Marlins, you had the Panthers.
Grizzlies were there.
What was that teal and pink or whatever?
Just that teal. And then you like the Hornets.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
The Sharks. You like the San Jose Sharks, Chandler?
Yeah, they should hire Jim McElwain.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take a break.
That's messed up. Hold on. One moment.
When we return, we'll talk some ECU baseball. Dixon Williams, Parker Byrd, Ethan Norby, Danny Beal. We had Cliff Godwin on earlier this week. Got his take on the fall. We'll get the guys' take when we return. Jenny went to Marlins pennant game. Marlins versus Cubs. Sosa and Beckett. Sometimes Jenny doesn't use punctuation. I'm just going to read it as it is. I went to Marlins pennant game. Marlins versus Cubs. Sosa and Beckett was pitcher for Marlins. Thank you, Jenny. I guess that would be, you went to the NLCS, the Moises Alou Bartman year. Is that what you're telling me?
It would be.
Josh Beckett.
Dog.
Kind of a underrated badass, right?
Kind of a tool, is what I've heard. But really good pitcher. As most pitchers are. Have you ever met Kurt Schilling? Good pitcher.
No, but I have met a pitcher who was a giant tool.
Who's that? Walked around to that one, didn't I?
Back with you after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown and Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown and Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
IMAX is here with mind-blowing images and earth-shattering sound. Come experience the first IMAX theater in Eastern North Carolina, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas in Greenville. Crystal clear IMAX laser projection and precision sound come together to provide the ultimate movie experience. And as always, Golden Ticket Cinemas has unlimited popcorn and the best selection of concessions around. Book your tickets at gtcinemas.com and come experience the best in cinematic quality. IMAX, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina: Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
How much America's in a can of 4 Loko USA? Take a pro wrestler, give him apple pie picks, bald eagle biceps, fists of 4-wheel drive, and legs made of drones. Then add even more America. More America. More America. 4 Loko USA. Tastes like
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
I'm Sam Jones, and as a fourth-generation barbecue man, family is everything. Let our take-a-bake meal be a part of your family's holiday family tradition this year, with whole smoked turkey breast, mac and cheese, baked beans, green bean casserole, muffins, barbecue sauce, and of course, pecan pie. Go to samjonesbarbecue.com to reserve yours today. Great barbecue and family always makes for long-lasting family traditions.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Choose less stress when it comes to moving and choose Advanced Moving and Storage. Locally owned and operated, they do exclusive shipments, so there's no sharing a truck, and they guarantee your delivery date. Get a free quote today at advancedmoversnc.com or give them a call at 321-3200. Make the transition from your present to your future with ease and use the movers the Pirates have used for over 20 years. Advanced Moving and Storage. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live. On a Wednesday, we got Shirley Rhodes, Danny Beal, Jared Watkins, Chandler's around here somewhere. And got three baseball Pirates in studio. Parker Byrd is here. Parker, how you doing, man?
Doing great. Glad to be on.
Yes, sir. Dixon Williams joining me in the big chair. What's up, Dixon?
What's going on? Right-hand man today.
Yeah, you said you like that spot.
I need a computer.
Chandler, give Dixon your computer. Hey, erase your browser history, though. And Ethan Norby.
How we doing?
Here as well. Ethan, the 9th best pitcher coming out of the state of North Carolina, according to Perfect Game, in 2023.
Hey, rankings don't mean anything.
we looked that up when Dixon was here last time, so I had to look up you guys' numbers. Ethan, did you know your top velo went from 82 in 2020 to 88 in 2022?
I did. That's the reason why I got recruits.
Does that sound right?
2024, 2025, 88.
That's hilarious.
Interestingly enough, we looked. So Dixon was like the third-ranked shortstop coming out of North Carolina. The number 2 shortstop that year, Parker Byrd.
Yeah.
Dang. How about that?
Hey, ECU got 2 good ones.
That is correct. All right, we had Cliff Godwin in here on Monday recapping the fall, and I gotta say he sounded very optimistic, very pleased with how the fall went, especially I guess the beginning of it compared to the end. So what you guys did, and I think what the newcomers did as well, has him feeling pretty good heading into winter and of course another season once we flip the calendar. But we'll get y'all's take on it. How did the fall go for you guys? We'll start with you, Parker.
Yeah, it went, for me personally, it went really well. I felt like I grew a lot just getting back out onto the field. I felt like this past summer was really good for me just to get, more consistent at bats. So I was a lot more prepared this fall just to get at bats. And as the fall went on, obviously the pitching this year was tremendous, and we were facing a lot of good arms. So obviously early struggles, and then it kind of started hitting pretty well. So for me personally, it went great. But for a team aspect, I thought it was really cool to see a lot of guys grow. We have a pretty young team in general, and a lot of new leaders. So it's been really cool to see guys step up into positions that they didn't have before, and then to see some of the freshmen and transfers kind of earn their spot on the field a little bit.
Dixon, I think Parker specifically and some of your other teammates we talked to had you as one of the hitters of the fall for East Carolina. So it sounds like you had a good fall personally, but how did it go overall for you?
Yeah, I think from the baseball standpoint, it went well, but this fall was kind of big for me. Just trying to step into a little bit of a leadership role and kind of understanding how that plays out. And, some people's feelings can get hurt, and I'm starting to realize that it's part of it. It's nothing to hurt your feelings. I'm just there to make the team better. So
yeah,
kind of understanding that was a big part for me this fall. And just, how JC always used to get on me. I'm a very simplistic guy when it comes to baseball. So I try to keep it simple. Other guys might not see it as simple as I do.
And Ethan, understand you really, I guess, excelled, developed, got better throughout the fall as well, from what I've been told. So how about you? Some good and bad, I guess, from you this fall?
Yeah, I started out, I think, really rough. I just wasn't in the same mindset I was last year, and it took me a little bit to get back to that, and I think I ended up the fall really well, just getting back to my same mindset I had last year. But overall, I think I developed really well. But for this team, I'm just excited for us to keep learning the game. I think when, in the last year's team, we knew the game so well, but now we have the opportunity to, with more talent, to learn it even better.
Yeah. How can you put your finger on why? I always hear baseball is such a mental game. Why weren't you in that space? You were
I just wasn't focused on the right thing.
Yeah. It was more mental than physical.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll add on to that. I feel like he's a freaking fiery competitor. So when a crowd shows up, he just turns into that guy. I feel like,
guys also, he's also a perfectionist that puts a lot of pressure on himself. So I think once he realized that, hey, I'm still Ethan Norby and my stuff is good and it plays, and just let that aspect play rather than being in his head. He really turned it on the second half of the fall, and I think he was on my purple gold team, and he freaking shoved. So
yeah,
Danny, you've even said that Ethan gets on himself maybe too much sometimes, or that perfectionist thing Parker was just talking about.
Yeah, he's always been like that. But he learns. He's getting older, and we're talking about him like he's not sitting right here. But he is learning.
Kind of awkward.
He is learning to get better, and it just comes with time and all that stuff. But no, he's going to be a stud for a long time.
I believe Coach Godwin said did you ask for the closer role or bullpen role or?
It was just kind of presented to me.
Yeah.
I kind of knew that we really didn't have much experience out of the bullpen. And after my last outing of purple gold, I came out of the dugout, walking to the purple dugout, and he was like, "How would you feel coming out of the bullpen?" I was like, "I'll do anything," and that's kind of just the mantra that we take as a team is just stepping into any role.
Yeah, and I feel like with ECU baseball, there are roles, but they are not defined in pen. You will see how many games Danny came out of the bullpen, but also started. You got to be, and Dixon saw this, I guess, this fall. You got to be ready to go anywhere, right,
yeah.
Dixon? You were all over the place.
All over the place.
So Cliff has you guys in spots, but your number could be called anytime. Your name could be called anytime. Yeah. So got to be ready.
That's right.
Got to stay hot.
That's right. I still remember Beal coming out, second inning USF, closed out the game.
When was that? Was that this past year?
Nah, my freshman year. You went in for the second inning close.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
All right, Danny, shut it down.
No, that was the last. That was the last series before we went to the conference tournament.
Yeah.
And Root went an inning and a third. And
Got
then
shelled.
I went 7 2/3.
Yeah, it was crazy.
90 pitches out of the bullpen. And Tony closed it out. So.
Isn't that what happened at Tulane this year? Pitched on Friday, pitched on Saturday, and then went 6 or 7 in relief on Sunday.
Yeah.
Left it all out there.
Are you concerned you won't have Danny's rubber arm this year to get you out of jams? We're going to have to find a new but ECU has had that guy throughout the years, the innings eater and the guy that can shut it down at the end.
Yeah. The new Iron Mike. You should have got that You should have gotten Mike Tyson's leg sleeve.
You get that
Help
tattooed
out
on my
your knee.
forehead.
Yeah.
Literally, the fact that I wouldn't have had to have done that if Root and Shank hadn't gotten hurt. But
Right.
fact of the matter is, dude, it was it didn't matter how you felt towards the end. It was like you're gonna pitch whether you like it or not.
I still don't understand how you did it.
Legend.
I feel like when you know it, when you feel like you know it's in the tail end of your career, you do anything to go out there.
I just wanted to win.
That's right.
Awesome stuff. Got DB, got Parker Byrd, Dixon Williams, and Ethan Norby here. Ethan wearing the Miami baseball shirt. Pretty cool connection there. Ethan, Clayton McCullough named Marlins manager. Have you talked to Connor about that at all?
I have a little bit. He talked to him, I think, last week. He said he was a great guy, and they were just starting to build a relationship.
Yeah, that's awesome, and great to have a lot of Pirates throughout Major League Baseball now, whether it be manager, whether it be pitchers, or, of course, Burley and Connor as well, hitting, and as you guys know, a lot of your former teammates. In
Big
the minors.
Big Gav.
Forgot about him, pitching in the playoffs, yeah.
Coming on the Danny Beal show in the episode we're released in 2 weeks.
Ooh. Hey, that boy.
Nice average.
That's a good pull.
Big time plug there. Johnny Robertson, Johnny Stats. This is not a stat. Well, I guess it kind of is because he has his #1 hat in the rotation. He said he has over 50 baseball hats. His Parker Byrd 16 is his #1 in the rotation. Who gets credit for the logo design?
A guy back home, his name is Scott Cole, actually. He is kind of my coach growing up a little bit. His son was my age, and I always played baseball with him growing up, and a really close family friend. Actually, he worked at 1 Hour Heating and Air with the Simmons Company, and gave me my first job in my sophomore year when COVID hit. So really, really close family friend, and after my accident, he's kind of an artsy guy. He kind of has a brain like that, and he put that design together. And he always knew that my number was 16, and obviously my initials are PB, so kind of put that together.
Very cool. Very cool. Did you guys watch the World Series?
We did.
Man, and it really came out after the fact, all the Dodgers talking about how they were fundamentally sound and the Yankees weren't, and that reared its ugly head in that last game.
You kind of saw it throughout the series where it started with the second baseman not blocking the ball up from Soto's throw to just a lot of free bases.
Yeah.
And just kind of not very fundamentally sound. And, I mean,
Just in our team group chat.
Yeah, I was about to say, in our group chat, Coach
I can
G
only
and,
imagine.
and Coach P.
Yeah.
They were highlighting every little thing that was happening.
90s right there.
Yeah, free 90s. Like,
Anything from
it was
Coach
awesome.
P?
It was awesome.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Just
A
letting
lot,
it fly
it was
in there.
actually a lot more from Coach G than Coach P.
To be fair, Coach G
They
does really get into playoff baseball. Like
Yeah.
he will literally watch every inning and just spam text.
Well,
you
it's
guys.
good. It's good baseball, and it was good pointers too. So like I think it was really good for like the younger guys and transfers because we harp that so much, and we haven't played a game yet, so they don't really understand how important that is. So like seeing that in the biggest stage of baseball, and kind of showing them, hey, this is why we block baseballs up instead of letting that runner advance to the next base.
I
Was
don't
pretty
think
cool.
he would even like the kids. I say kids, the freshmen or the transfers wouldn't even like realize that stuff had he not sent those texts.
Yeah,
it's important
100%.
that he just like points that out to you guys.
Yeah, it was cool.
Funny enough, RT like pointed that out. Was like talked to Coach after our last leadership meeting. Was like, can we play some clips of like PFPs or
bad baseball
where it ends up losing them the game, so these younger guys understand what it takes.
Yeah,
it's amazing the little stuff that I don't know or don't see. John Smoltz was freaking out about Juan Soto's small lead at first. He was like, he's got to get another at least half a step. Like, what? Who cares? But it's like a huge thing.
Put
Like,
pressure on the defense. When you get a lead that small, it's like they know you're going to stay there. It's almost like you're playing at Elm Street, and you know you can't steal.
You get a two-step lead or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Too bad he's going to be on the Red Sox next year.
No, he's not.
He's not going to the Braves.
We don't want him. He's way too much money. We'd rather build around Acuna and Mike Harris.
I love Ronald Acuna. My favorite player.
Acuna.
He is.
Money Mike. What's Freed? Is he going to be somewhere else?
Freed's going to be a Red Sox, I would think.
Yeah, he is.
He might be in LA.
It's all right. You can get.
It doesn't matter. Freed's probably going to go to the Dodgers, and they're going to sign Soto, and then there's going to be no point to play the season this year.
You can get Freed for a good 20 games, and then he's hurt, and then all of a sudden you got.
Brother, it's better than what we got.
Hey, we took Chris Sale from you guys, so thank you for getting a Cy Young winner to our side. For who was it?
Vaughn Grissom.
Yeah, Vaughn Grissom. Who? How did he do this year?
Ship him off.
Yeah, AA is the best.
This is turn contentious.
General manager in the league.
You know how I get when we. It's ridiculous.
I didn't know Parker was this going at it though. I like it.
Yeah.
Pete Byrd.
He's all tough sitting over there.
Better be lucky that screens between us.
All right, we got the baseball boys in here. So what are you guys up to now? I know the dreaded words Mission Week, although y'all do some fun stuff there too, right? But Danny, you won't be a part of that.
Sure
this
don't.
year.
Sure don't.
I think he's all big and bad sitting over there.
I do, because you know what I don't have to do on Sunday morning? Wake up at 5 in the morning.
What are the feelings going into that?
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the culture.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Dixon wants to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun stuff.
He was the first pick.
That was my first overall pick.
Yeah, 1 of 1. Gunna.
What's what a
You know about Gunna Clip?
I don't know. I'm lost here. For Pirate fans, curious about it. What are some of the events, some of the things that'll go on during that time?
Well, I'm sure people will see, us playing dodgeball and football.
Yeah,
they'll probably see us playing those.
That's a really good point, Dixon. That's a really good point, dude.
We'll have some really good events. Clip.
You guys will see the really fun stuff, I promise.
Yeah.
Well, how about the not fun stuff?
They're fun. They're fun.
Damn, Godwin's got y'all that tight-lipped. You can't even talk about it. What happens?
The pool's fun for the guys. But
Hey, I'm not on the team anymore.
Luckily for me, I can't tie a rope around my ankles, so I do get out of that one.
Ankles.
Yeah,
Ankles.
plural.
Ankle.
Yeah, Danny, you're not on the team anymore, but Cliff, and he told me, but I know he was keeping up with you and JC as far as what y'all were going to say on the fifth quarter.
Oh, he's told us.
Still coaching y'all.
He's told us. Trust me. He even texted us beforehand. And he was like, "Please don't say anything stupid." And we're like, "We won't. Because JC
was stuttering at one time.
Yeah, well, that's the way he is. But JC and I were one of the few people that actually defended the players.
That's what I told Cliff.
In a time of really bad times. You know what I mean? So
I told Cliff that JC, when he called in, was calling in, like you said, defending the player, but from that perspective, from a player's perspective. So
that's a hard show to be on and have a tight lip, though, because people come at you pretty tough.
Well, luckily, the one time that we did come on, nobody called. It was the first time that open lines, right? Isn't that what you said?
What game was it after?
Army.
Yeah, there wasn't much to say after that one.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Parker, people will go after you, but not if you're here. Nobody's talked junk about Holton since he's been on the show. A lot of people did when he was playing.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of people say, Holton, sorry about what I said 3 years ago, man.
How the past 2 weeks gone? I haven't listened in. I'm
very good.
Disappointed.
Hey, what do y'all think? Blake Harrell?
Awesome.
Hey, I like it.
Awesome.
I like it. Good environment, too.
I like his
the boys.
Yeah. He seems very real, right?
Next game, next play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
great
excuses.
mindset. Make great. And I've talked to a couple of football guys, and they said the vibe there is awesome. So
yeah,
hopefully they can keep it up and hopefully gets the spot.
Mentioned it to Cliff the other day. Things are, at least for now, feeling pretty good. I know that the soccer team lost, but to get to the NCAA tournament, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Basketball team got a good win over George Mason. RJ Felton was an absolute beast on Saturday. So Pirates won 3 in a row in football, trending up a little bit.
Women's basketball won today, I think.
They won today. They were coming off that loss to South Carolina, but nobody beat South Carolina.
Yeah.
So that don't
not
even
in
count.
soccer or.
But I think Kim McNeil's team is going to be at the top of the conference this year. So
Yeah,
volleyball's had a good year.
Yeah.
Now it's up to y'all. What are y'all going to do?
Hey.
Yeah, don't blow it.
Come on, Sean. Come on, Sean.
Good clip.
All right, so after we get through Mission Week, what are we doing then? When does practice officially start?
I guess when we get back from winter break. We actually have a really long winter break this year. I think just academically wise, it's 4 weeks on, like a whole month. So that's going to be really key for us to continue working. Obviously, the programs that they have us on, but individually because we're not going to be here. But obviously, me, Dixon, Boucher, and guys like that live local will be here, but other guys will be back home. So it's just going to be really important. This is a time where you can separate yourself from other teams because other teams kind of slack off on this time and see it as 4 weeks off while we see it as 4 weeks to get better. So I think it's going to be really crucial for guys to go home and continue to grind and kind of work hard every day.
All right, let's do some quick fire Q&A. Ethan, toughest guy or two you faced this fall?
One of them's in the room. Dixon,
Me,
I swear,
just
Dixon just sees me so well. Like I feel like I know. Like I feel like the 3 pitches that I throw to him. Like he just knows what to look for.
You gotta throw Boucher in there.
I'm about to say Boucher
Boucher
kind of owns me a little bit from last year, taking me deep, and then took me deep this fall.
What guy did you have the most success against, or anybody stand out there?
Austin Irby.
Okay.
Just because I know he's gonna love me saying that.
He's gonna listen to this too.
Exactly.
Dixon, who did you have trouble touching this fall?
Honestly, both the lefties. So RT, Norby, Sean and Brett. I wouldn't really say, but he's a good arm. But yeah, Norby's just standing up on the mound like let me get in the box, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to throw my hand up.
Nobody's set by the time you look up, and it's
I'm
very
pitching by the time you look up.
Yeah,
it's just uncomfortable. I might have hit it well this fall, but it was just uncomfortable.
Especially in the inter squad games where the umpires aren't really going to say slow down. It's really uncomfortable as a hitter.
They're trying to make it go by just as fast as you can.
Yeah, exactly. So Norby's like mid delivery while you're looking up, and you like have almost no shot. And
You
you're
gotta
like,
push the
dude.
line.
Yeah, and you can't throw in the rules now is like us hitters can't throw our hand up because that's an offensive timeout. So I mean the rules are already in his favor.
Yeah.
So he gets away with it in the fall time.
I guess so. Now we're like in year 3 or whatever of the pitch clock. Is that like just part of it now? Like you don't even really think about it, worry about it?
I mean, it's still you still got to think about it a little bit probably.
I'll say this summer, my league was not a pitch clock, and they were the longest games I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, it was unbelievable.
Wow. So for that reason, you
it made no sense to me because I'm like, how are these guys doing this when during the season I know they're not doing this?
Right.
Our games would take 4 hours, and I'm sitting there like, this is unreal.
That's
like they're
crazy.
just standing up there, walking around the mound, then another pitch.
Did it make you
Instead of
like
just
the pitch clock a little more? Like,
the only time I liked it was the only time I liked the no pitch clock was when I was facing guys kind of like Norby, like because I would just stand there and look at them, and then I'd be like, "We can play this game, or you can slow down a little bit."
I like that. You mentioned Sean. Is that Jenkins?
Yeah.
I heard some good things about
That's
him.
the guy that I would say. Yeah, his stuff.
He was tough.
Insane. He's a 17-year-old that is the most developed 17-year-old I've ever seen in my life, pitching wise, and his stuff's just really good, honestly.
Is there a guy you had the most success against, Parker? Anybody in particular?
I see it. I don't. Nobody really in particular. I really like facing D'Lo. Honestly, just because I know what he's going to throw me. Not that I have a lot of success against him. Shocker. Which I do a couple times, but he's going to throw me that cutter, and he's almost 100% that he's going to throw it. So I know exactly what I'm getting. So I like facing him.
It's just a matter of can you hit it at that point. You know it's coming. I like D'Lo.
I love D'Lo.
I love D'Lo too.
Big teddy bear.
Yeah.
Big teddy bear. Good stuff. All right, Danny, while you're here, let's get a quick scouting report on the guys in here. What are the attributes that Ethan Norby has that Pirate fans should be excited about?
Beneficial attributes is what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's a year older, so that's promising. Obviously, you saw him do well in some big moments last year as a freshman, which is tough as it is. So the fact that he's a year older and has hopefully his head screwed on straight, that'll be good. I'm sure his stuff's ticked up. I haven't seen him throw much, but if I know how hard he works and how well he's coached, I think he'll be in a good spot to. Obviously, he wants to start, but he might not say that, but he does. But the fact that he's going to be very, very detail oriented in the bullpen will show good things for the younger guys to obviously copy and stuff. And then when it gets down to it in the big moments, he'll be on the mound. So.
Yeah, there's a chance if he is out of the bullpen, we'll probably see him start too. You could make the most appearances for the Pirates this year. We do like
you could be the rubber guy.
Yeah.
You could be the rubber guy.
I was like, might as well just go be Danny Beal.
Yeah, we need him. We need a Danny Beal.
Just a better version.
You can do it.
Double dealing,
brother.
How about Dixon? Big year last year. Can he repeat, or will he flame out as a Pirate, Danny?
Probably gonna. Okay, I'll play. Wow. He's the fact that he's taken it upon himself this much to be as much of a leader as he is. Like if you were around at least and as a fan on the team or heavily invested in the team. You saw how the guys he learned from when he was younger have obviously imprinted on him pretty well, and he's a stud, dude. Ever since he came back after his freshman summer, you could tell that he had a different mindset and that he was going to be the guy. And now that he's going into his draft year, and he's got the right mindset of he's not worried about scouts or playing for a contract. He's worried about trying to win and take us to Omaha. And I'm sure that he will have another Chase Burns moment this year. I don't know when it'll be. Yeah. But he is a good enough a player to where it might happen more than once. So he's a stud, and he's going to carry us really, really, really far away.
I appreciate that, Bill.
Well said. And speaking of good summers, Parker Byrd had a good summer.
You might see Parker Byrd on the mound.
Oh,
whoa!
Hey,
threw a book
like that. I sure did.
How about that? But no, I mean Parker's a stud, and it's the same thing I was saying with Dixon too. Is like the fact that he's taken all of this leadership upon himself to be a true, role model for everybody on the team. I mean, there's multiple reasons, but I think the one thing that you can say about Parker, he's just a hard worker, and he really cares about the team more than himself, and he just wants to win, dude. It doesn't matter what role he's in, whether he's starting every day or on the quad chart or whatever he's doing. Obviously, he would love to be playing, but I think the fact that it shows that he's still here, he's still smiling, he's still happy to show up to the field every day, and he's, like I said, being a role model and a leader for all of the younger guys, it just goes to show how much he cares. And the fact that they have been able to keep the core group of guys here together and the guys that actually want to be here and want to be a Pirate and want to win here, it goes to show. And everybody in there shaking their head because they know what I'm talking about. So they got the right group to do it, for sure.
100%.
Awesome stuff. Jamie says, has Ethan been to South Beach yet?
I have not. No. I'm hoping to this summer.
Yeah, going to get down there. That'd be cool.
Miami.
Thank you, fellas.
Miami.
Happy. All right, I won't talk to you again before Thanksgiving.
Airport's in Spanish.
Miami.
Yeah. Airport is literally in Spanish. That's the first place in America I've seen where Spanish was like the number one language.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. That was awesome.
Favorite Thanksgiving side dish? So you got your meats.
Sweet potato casserole, baby.
Bang.
That's
a good one.
There's one answer.
No, there's not.
Well,
that is
was
mashed
good
potatoes.
Yeah, I was going to say mashed potatoes, too.
What are you going with?
Personally, this might sound crazy.
Fatback.
You mix mashed potatoes with like a little bit of stuffing, buddy. Some gravy.
Dude, I mix everything.
No, you throw the peas on it and then the gravy.
I do that too. Do you do the little mash the potatoes down and put the peas on top?
Why are we not talking about mac and cheese right now, though?
Yeah, facts. Mac and cheese is great.
If you really want to get down to it, the best side on Thanksgiving should be a Thanksgiving side. You can't just say like, what other time of the year do you have stuffing?
You think they had turkey at the first one?
Maybe they probably killed it.
A turkey.
Sure.
It was probably deer. If we're going to be
yeah,
honest.
but
which is better,
who are you to say? Who am I to say?
better than turkey, by the way.
Ooh, hot take.
Not a lot of people like turkey these days, believe it or not. I love turkey.
I'm a ham guy.
I'm a big ham guy. I'm a big ham guy.
Yeah, see, I knew there was
honey
something wrong
ham.
with you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Turkey's just dry. You ever had just a good old turkey?
Well, as we said
when
yesterday,
it's cooked the right way, it's delicious.
Dude, I can't wait for this turkey, bro. Nobody's ever said that.
turkey rarely goes in the mouth solo. Usually it's mixed with
Because
some
it's not
dressing,
good solo.
some gravy, I mix everything with
It's
the turkey.
not an independent player.
It's really not. Yeah, true. Team guy.
Glue guy.
Good team guy.
Big glue guy. Big
My,
glue guy.
my brother-in-law deep fries his turkey, but he uses this special like dry rub that he puts on the turkey.
I'll taste it. I'll try it.
I look forward to turkey every year.
Well, that's because he has to do something prior to the turkey. Like, he has to put that dry rub on it because the turkey by itself isn't very good.
A lot of turkey hated it.
You know,
but the best reason I like turkey, I ain't got to cook it.
Well,
Somebody else is cooking it.
You know what's really special in the right moment? Really good clubhouse guy? Cranberry sauce.
No, I can't do it.
I tell you what. Cranberry sauce, I compare it to like a Ryan McChrystal. Not everybody likes it, but at the right moment, it's awesome. At the right moment, it's awesome.
Hey, kind of annoying to be.
It's not for everybody, but at the right time, right moment, you're gonna like it.
I like the comparison, but I don't.
And they all laugh because they know it's true.
We need a good breakdown like this every once in a while. To sports. I like
Danny, next week, if you're around, we're going to do every Thanksgiving dish. What pirate does that represent?
Yeah, okay.
How about the, let's go with the ham. What you going with there?
Trey is savage.
Yeah, come on.
That's got to go Trey.
Ham.
Yeah, the ham will be root.
Oh, wow. All right. No comment.
Let me try to think.
Wow.
The nice glass of milk can be Coach Godwin.
Yeah, you need it. It's essential.
Pumpkin pie can be Austin. Austin Knight. I'm trying to think of what else. Because he's like
All right.
bigger.
How about
I'm kidding.
How about
Hey, bro, he's
Easton,
working out.
bro? What you getting, Easton? The manager.
He's the gravy, bro.
You gotta have
Easton.
You gotta have Easton. Easton's
Cayman's like the cabbage. Cayman's the cabbage.
It's a bad fruit. A bad vegetable.
Bad fruit?
Bad fruit. Definitely a bad fruit.
Yeah, that was
Apple, orange, cabbage.
All jokes. All
right, fellas. That was the best part of the segment right there. That's good stuff.
I'm totally going to get a text after this. That's
You're
not
probably
good.
several.
Yeah, no, I think I've already got a couple.
And if we ever talk to McCris, his nickname forever is cranberry sauce. Now.
That one I'm sticking with. That one I don't take back. The rest of them I do. That one's sticking.
Say that was a good one.
I'm not taking that one back. That one's sticking.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck the rest of your winter, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
boys. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Fleet Feet Rundown on the way on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown and Wood. The Brown and Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop off at Brown and Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
This is Dr. Hasty from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as a walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time. It's bow time. Some classics never go out of style, like fresh egg, American cheese, and hickory smoked bacon on a made-from-scratch biscuit. But why stop there? Pair it with crispy bow rounds and a hot coffee or medium drink. Your morning deserves a breakfast that has it all, from the fluffy egg and crispy bacon to the melted cheese and, of course, a legendary Bojangles biscuit. That's the ultimate breakfast combo. Order in the app or at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
This is Dixon Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Want a free quote on your home, auto, or life insurance? Call Tim Sawyer and his State Farm team at 493-0002 to get a quote in less than 5 minutes. To get great coverage with great rates, call your local State Farm agent, Tim Sawyer, at 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Let's get our Fleet Feed rundown. But before we do that, let's hear from Schnappa, Harpoon, Alex Harper.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
On Pardon My Take, or Pardon the Interruption, they're talking about Dion's Cowboys comments. I don't know what those are specifically, but I did see Dion said he put down a kickstand or something.
He's got a kickstand down in Colorado.
One of the easiest things to topple over.
Yeah.
Is a bike on a
bicycle,
kickstand.
Yeah.
First of all, the kickstand, it's easy to just kick that up. But also, you can easily, if you just lean on a bike, it's going to fall over.
Yeah, probably not the best analogy.
Right. The kickstand's not very stable. So I'm taking that to mean he's gone.
Yeah, I think he meant to say that.
Did anybody expect him to say to stay once his son leaves?
I didn't. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think he's going to the Cowboys, but...
You think he goes to the NFL or stays in college?
I think he wants to go to Florida State.
Yeah.
Just from my conversations with him, I think.
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you.
Sorry, Coach. Fleet Feet rundown, number 1. Jarrett has the Giants bench Jones.
Yeah. Did y'all talk about it yesterday?
Yeah. Because Brett was here, and I had to talk about how dumb New Yorkers are, that all you got to do is say, hey, Giants fans, it's cool. Tommy DeVito's our quarterback. And they're like, hey, Tommy DeVito!
Wait, did you just say Tommy Cullidge?
Yeah.
He's our quarterback now?
They all get excited.
Yeah, but I'm reading now all these players are pissed off about it because they say it's weak to have him as the third string. But if he's going to be the second string, third string, he's not playing. He's done.
By the way, Holton Ahlers during we talked about it. I didn't really think about this. Why not play Drew Lock?
Because they don't want to win.
Yeah.
But I just read when I was looking for something.
He puts on for his city.
He does.
Yeah. I was looking for something to put up here, and I read that John Mara, does not want to fire Brian Daboll or Joe Shane.
Good.
Which makes no sense.
Good. I hate the Maras. They pissed me off that one time that they like ratted on Washington and Dallas for spending too much money during a non-capped year. There was like one special non-capped year, and they were a bunch of whiners. Screw those guys. Boardwalk Classic.
That's what it's called, right?
Boardwalk Battle, I believe. But Battle's a little too aggressive for me.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Classic. People die in Battle, Chandler.
Yeah.
People shoot guns.
We can't talk about that.
Yeah. Talking about guns like I ain't got none. Pirates, we won't have
They come out champions.
a line till tomorrow. I'm excited to follow this on Game Tracker, old school style. So like, we'll be on Pirate Radio Live doing play-by-play of Game Tracker.
You think Game Tracker still has the ball that like goes to the hoop and
I
it
don't think
shows?
it's that much.
I used to watch that.
I would love it if they did. You fired up, Jarrett?
I am excited, but I do feel like the board will be spelled B-O-R-E-D in Boardwalk Classic.
All right.
I hope
an
it's
old
good games.
Norm McDonald-esque.
I
there.
hope it's some good games, but
Hey, do something with that. The board will be spelled B-O-R-E-D. I do a terrible Norm McDonald.
do you think that the Pirates could come out of this undefeated still?
No.
All right. But do you think they beat Jacksonville State?
As Vince McMahon's theme says, no chance in hell.
Really?
Did they come out undefeated?
No chance in hell?
Don't make me look up the last time we started 7-0. It took me long enough to find 4-0. Sure, there's a chance, but just knowing the history of ECU basketball, they are about to lay a we're not in Minji's egg.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday. Over, under, well, you can't really set it. I mean, if I go under 1.5 wins, they're going to take the over. 2.5, you're going to take the under, right? You really think they're going to run the table here, Jarrett?
No, I was just asking you, but if they win tomorrow, they play Thursday. So, yeah,
if they lose tomorrow, they play Thursday.
Oh, really? I thought it was okay.
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Oh, jeez.
Dang. I did it the other day. I said the other day, well, if we win, we play at 1 o'clock on Thursday. And Cliff said, oh, man, crazy. So you're telling me that we hop in a time machine, go back 4 hours, and then play another basketball game?
What year is it, man?
Chandler, how many games are we going to win in this thing?
At least 2. And I'll put it at 2. I'm gonna give you a definite. I say 2.
Let's win tomorrow and then see what happens.
Let's take it one day at a time.
I want to win tomorrow.
Let's just go 1-0.
Let's go 1-0. Let's play Toledo and let's rock it out. If you know what I mean. If you know what I'm talking about.
Rocket Man.
Thursday night football, first touchdown. Who's playing?
Steelers and the Browns. I got a bad feeling about the Steelers here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Were we talking about it at the Buck or where? All I know is I said give me the Browns.
Yeah, maybe it was at the Buck.
Yeah. What's the line?
3.5.
Dang.
Or even 3.
Wow. Huh. What's the over/under? Give me under 38.5.
It's 36.5.
Sheesh.
Just bump that up 2 points. Go with the under still.
Let's go Nick Chubb.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb,
Njoku.
first touchdown. Ooh, a little Njoku. All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Hunting season is officially open, and a great way to enjoy that postseason hunt celebration is with a Busch Light. As cold and smooth as the mountain stream, Busch Light is that perfect sip after a day spent in the great outdoors. Grab a case today. Celebrate the hunt with Busch Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Busch Light, please drink responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Busch Light, St. Louis, Missouri.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's new fall weekly lunch specials are here and only for $8.99. Stop by Monday through Friday and enjoy chicken and pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger, steak, and everyone's favorite fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks with friends. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here, Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Want to hop on here? Huge announcement. We are starting our Wrap It Up sales event. That's right. We're going to liquidate all our new inventory, make room for the 25s, have huge selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at $5,999 and up. So remember, we're going to Wrap It Up sales event starting Black Friday all through December. So drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs, like passing that drug test. Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. And whether you've had one of those weeks, or maybe your mother-in-law's in town and you're one passive-aggressive comment away from needing a vacation, if this sounds like you, then come visit our team here at the Holistic Company to help you find the perfect products to ease your stress and promote relaxation. Order our products online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Happy fall, y'all. Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. It's gear up time. Whether you're looking for gifts, something for hunting or protection, you can't go wrong with our selection. We've got new guns, old guns, his guns, and her guns. Kids, students, mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa, we've got the whole family covered. Enjoy browsing our online store where you can take your pick from the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. And watch out for the unbeatable holiday sales coming soon. When you're ready, have some pumpkin spice and come see us for everything nice. Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike's subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike's sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Cliff.
All right, Shirley, the softball schedule got dropped. By the way, Cliff Godwin said on Monday that the baseball schedule was like 7 to 10 days away from coming out. So next couple of weeks, be on the lookout for that.
All right.
But Shirley, what are the highlights for softball?
Right off the top of my head, there's going to be some excellent competition. They're going to head down to South Carolina and Clemson to participate in some invitationals down there. Michigan will be coming to Greenville to play East Carolina. And I'm doing this off of the top of my head because I was reading the article earlier, but some of the teams that they're going to be facing throughout the season will be NC State, North Carolina. I mentioned Michigan, South Carolina, Clemson, Virginia. There may be a Pepperdine in there somewhere.
Give me a little Pepperdine.
Of course, these are all non-conference, but and then of course you go into conference play. Wichita State is coming to town, so
a lot of big names.
A lot of big names, which means some quality competition, and looking forward to it. I've been pretty excited to see what Shane Winkler has been able to do, especially last year with the emergence of some of the transfers. Most notably would probably be Emma Jackson from Virginia Tech, the transfer from Virginia Tech, and she made an immediate impact. Got some incoming freshmen, including Chad Tracy's daughter, who has committed to play for the Pirates as well. So looking forward to this upcoming softball season.
Lady Pirates soccer in their season in Columbia. Lady Pirates softball starts their season in Columbia in the Gamecock Invitational. All right. Virginia, Providence, St. Francis, and South Carolina.
Oh, Providence might have been the one I was thinking of instead of Pepperdine.
What's their nickname?
Providence?
Yep.
Patriots?
No, I'm going to go home and pop these nuggets in the
chicken
microwave,
in the air,
in the oven.
Oh yeah, fryer.
Oh, the fryers.
There you go. Do we have to take another break?
Yes, we do.
That was a good segment. I don't care what nobody says.
That was.
I don't want your angry emails.
Best 3 minutes ever.
Been told that before.
Back with you after this.
I was like, wait for it. Wait, there it is.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
Jimmy John's introduces the Smoked Cheddar Bourbon Club. Enjoy premium roast beef or turkey, crisp bacon, smoked cheddar cheese, and an all-new creamy sriracha bourbon sauce to take it up a notch. All on freshly baked French bread. This Smoked Cheddar Bourbon Club is here for a limited time, so get yours today in store or on the app. Watch for Jimmy John's popular pickle chips coming soon and peppermint cookies in December. Jimmy John's on Fire Tower Road, Cotant Street, or Moy Boulevard in Greenville, and online at jimmyjohns.com.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead,
we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
How much America is in a can of Four Loko USA? Take a pro wrestler, give him apple pie picks, bald eagle biceps, fists of four-wheel drive and legs spinning drones. Then add even more America. More America. More Loko USA. Tastes like freedom.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bankwithunited.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Attention Wings Over lovers. There's a new flavor that is sure to put you in a trance. Introducing the all-new Cajun Voodoo flavor. Try this blend of spices that collide in an explosion of flavor, combining cayenne, sugar, and a hint of magic today. Every bite leaves you craving more, as if entranced by some voodoo spell. And don't forget, Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. So try the new Cajun Voodoo today. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver.
Pirate Radio.
Where it is a first down. Pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was up 139 points today and finished at 43,408. The NASDAQ fell 21 points at 18,966. The S&P was unchanged and closed out at 5,917. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now, let's head back into the show.
Wrapping it up on a Wednesday. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Bone. Thank you, John, for the hard work today. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back with you on Thursday. Coach Mack, we're going to just promote him every day until he finally shows up. We'll have Coach Mack, we'll have Coach Hud, we'll have Coach Nadeau. Just start calling everybody Coach now. Oh, Coach Mark Alexander. Now why would he come on?
Now why would he be on there?
Now why is he a guest? Because we are going to unveil the prizes in the 2024 Pirate Radio Treasure Chest.
Ooh!
That's coming up on Thursday. Get excited for that. All right, for the crew, I am Clip Brock. Talk to you then, 3 o'clock Thursday. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. I already said that. I already said see you 3 o'clock Thursday, so that means I have one more thing to say, and that is Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation.